Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex and we have the likes of Valley of Dreams. I hope you guys are ready for an awesome and epic time as we're picking back up with the likes of the Voden Knights and more. It is a fantastic grand time, grand scheme. So everybody, a couple quick announcements. Actually, no, not really. It's a pretty straightforward game. No starting soon screen, obviously, as we're trying to start on time as much as possible. We'll go over a little bit, but try not to go over too much. Besides that, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you all for the subs, raids, bits, all that good stuff. We'll try to thank them at the end of the stream. But for right now, we're going to just jump straight into the game. All right, everybody, we're going to unmute and see what they're all talking about. We're going to unmute over here, and we're going to undeafen. Yo, we are live on the internet and all that good stuff. Is everybody loaded into Foundry and all that?
Yep.
All right.
So, I wasn't, and my Google Chrome crashed.
You're good, you're good. All right, I'm gonna load you back in as Zaman now. That should set you up.
Stop.
All right. So, let me get this thing, or let me try to get this Terry bot thing started, and we'll be good to go. Let me clear the queue from Atlas of Aetheria earlier, and let me guys to here. Oh, also, remind me of someone write it down. Remind me for big announcement at the end of the end of the game. There's one big announcement and there's one smaller announcement and all that stuff for Valley of Dreams specifically. And yeah.
Copy.
All right.
That's good.
So that is that. All right, everybody, let's do this. Yeah. So, if I could have each and every one of you all gather around the table, let me tell you all a Voden fable. Gather around for the tale of these survivors, for this, my friends, is a tale of the looming corruption, and that of a jaded destiny. This is the infamous tale of the Valley of Dreams and the legendary tale of the Soulbound. It'd be here. Our heroes would be returning from the R&D facility after making a couple of pit stops along the way. They begin to head out to interrogate the likes of the corrupted knight, and as they did, Azor Lunista would learn of wild truths, wild secrets. That, she would begin to learn exactly the capabilities of the Purple Square, as she would learn through experimentation and more what this thing was capable of. Specifically that the mark could absorb special abilities to replicate the corruptions, more so their traits and such in the likes of combat. However, as the Voden Knights would, they'd learned that the corruption was not only trying to grow in strength, but they were trying to infect fresh individuals and experiment on them, turn them into new corruption variants. With that, they continue on, as through a bit of wild magic, the heroes would begin to realize they had gained a significant edge to fight against the ops. Gathering the necessary materials created to also create the first exalted soulbound weapon, they'd gained the likes of a strange obsidian bucket, as well as a bit of hell flame lava. With that, they'd hold on to the materials for now, as they'd attend to business immediately. Tackling meeting after meeting, they'd address several things with each of their followers in the Mushroom Kingdom, gaining information about plans ahead. With that, our heroes learned of what needs to be done about the tower, the populace, and soon the Kraken threat. Whether our heroes will live to tell the tale of the Kraken Slayer, or the likes of individuals who can bring it peace and prosperity, we'll have to find out exactly what will happen in the likes of Session 30 of Soulbound, Valley of Dreams. For that, my friends, we pick back up exactly where we left off as we change a couple of things, but not too much. As we're going to start back in the likes of the war room for just a quick second to make sure a couple of things are sort of said. So, that, let me switch maps over 1 second, and I got y'all. All right, there we go. Valley Interiors, and I'm going to drag Addy Dark and Gore back onto the scene for 2 seconds. And if there's any other individuals that you would like to also be here, then just let me know, and I can easily go grab them.
Yeah, Riles should still be around, right?
Okay, I can go grab them. Anybody else besides Riles?
No, that was it.
Nope.
All right. So as we continue, as you all begin to awaken once more in the legs of the war room, you'll stop one another as it's time for one singular announcement or discussion before you all head towards your respective tasks. So with that, Voden Knights, what would you like to say and or do?
Forgot Hannibal as well. My fault.
All good, all good. Party.
But yeah, you could go first, Cora.
Okay, cool. So after making all these potions, let me just do my quick check to see if this is gonna work. Cool. So you see Cora put a bunch of potions on the table. And then she's concentrating to see if she can, she's basically gonna disperse them out to everybody. So the first one she's gonna disperse out to Gore, which happens to be in front of her. So she's just gonna use her telekinesis to like push it to the side, like in front of him. And then she's gonna say that, Gore, I hope this potion allows you to keep you strong. Then she'll give one to Addy, and then she'll say, may Irolas lead you to victory. She will give one to Azura, and then she will say, I hope this keeps you standing so you can continue to swing your mighty blade. And then she gives
which potion you give him?
I'll tell you guys what they
Okay.
are afterwards.
All right, cool.
And then she'll give one to Zaman. And she would just look at Zaman and said, I hope this potion brings you health. Because she knows that you don't fuck with, God, so she ain't gonna use the God shit for you. That's out of respect. You know what I mean?
Appreciate the respect.
Yeah, Zora said, appreciate it, Cora. As the battles grow harder and war seems to be coming our way and the tournament's coming up, these small battles, these vials, these potions, this is what's going to provide us victory. Hopefully you can look into a bit more potion crafting, but these should do for now.
Gore zips over to your shoulder, puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Quiet one! You've always come through in need. Gore remembers his oldest friend." And pats Gore on the back. Zips away.
Zaman will say, Kwa, thank you for this. And here's something for you. He'll toss her poison. I'll tell you what it is later. It says, use it to apply it to your Kanabo. It should do quite a bit of extra damage.
Thank you. And that's all I have.
Azura say, well, before we get going to this White Tower and this Kraken, Hannibal, I need you to watch over that hostage while we're gone. He seems trustworthy for now, but, well, it's just best we keep an eye on him.
And then I know it was an RP because they didn't have time, but I'm guessing they brought back the Changeling Spy. So she would just say, for now,
And there is a individual, and I can't remember the name, Strix, something like that. Yeah, Trix. Yeah, there's an individual here. Watch over him as well until we return. In the meantime, Riles, have Moss and Inaki switch places have Vast and Inaki switch places with Moss and Zoe. Have them watch over Mama Murphy in the R&D, and then those two will go venture out to find more information on these Moon Knight warriors.
and she'll get up from her chair.
And say, lastly, I'm sure you all realize the information regarding the kindred spirits and the it appears antagonistic nature towards us. This is all fine and well. Cora, we still need allies in the desert. I'll have you send the Kalani Council a message. If the kindred spirits will not work with us, well, it's a good thing we have other allies.
And she'll start making her way out.
Hannibal will nod and begin to look over and say, "Very well. I will look after both of them. Good luck. Well, actually, more so, well, they can just ask. Zora, am I accompanying you to the Kraken then? I assume not if you want me to look over these individuals."
No. These spy changeling and these hostages, they're two valuable assets that we are not too sure of. There's very few outside this room we'll trust with watching over them, unfortunately. Well, most likely, I guess Zaman can chime in on who we're going to take.
We'll most likely take the Inquisitor and Rose, I believe. Anybody else Cora sees fit.
We can take Talia.
Very well. I'll let her know that she is requested. But they'll kind of look over towards Cora and Gore and then begin to say, "Watch over Zora and let me know if the technique is truly as magnificent as it should be in its final form. Slay this Kraken and slay it well, Voden Knights. Oh, make sure things are as peaceful as they can be here."
She'll nod.
That Hannibal will begin to do their typical bow, and they'll begin to head out. Roz will nod, and he knows his mission, knows what he needs to do. We'll begin to head out as well. All right. So with that, is there anything else you guys need to do in the war room, or no?
No, I think that is everything. I guess we headed to the White Tower.
All right. Are all of you headed to the White Tower, or is it just one or two of you?
Yeah, I figure we all go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gore's following Addy by there. He might stop by the bar on his way. Is all.
All right. So real quick before we go into that, one thing. Hey Bowser, you got an inspiration from Pete, and then also you guys got, and then Sammy's giving you guys one soul coin.
New movie coming out soon.
Appreciate it.
Real quick. So Cora, if you can tell me who's getting what potion, so I can start adding it to their inventories.
Yes. Gore has Supreme. Addy has Superior. Zaman has Greater.
Hold on,
Azura
1 second.
has
I gotta go grab all these. So Gore has the Supreme, and then Addy Dark has which one?
Superior.
All right, Superior. Let me make sure it's added. All right, cool. And then Zaman has what?
Zaman has Greater.
Right.
And Azura has Superior.
Azura has Superior.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, those are all the potions.
Yep.
All right, good to go. So with that, as all the potions are handed out and all the tasks are gathered forth and ready to be completed, you all head over towards the likes of the industrial district where the likes of the White Tower is. Looking around and about, you see as a bunch of the mushrooms are gathered forth outside of it, and they seem to be crowding around it, but it's more so a quick insight from Cora and Zaman would easily be able to reveal. It's not something out of like an angry mob or anything like that. It's more out of fear more than anything else. Looking over, you can kind of hear ridiculous sort of, not claims, but more so ridiculous sort of murmurings and talkings, such as, hold on, let me make sure I got this right. You'll see as a couple of the visuals are saying, I don't know. I don't like the way that thing is looking at me. What if it's going to explode or something? We need to do something about this. Do we need to relocate the village? Another one begins to speak. I don't know. What if that thing just falls over on us and crushes us to oblivion? What will we do then? Another one begins to speak. Oh, what if it begins to turn into a Nazgul specialties robot and kills us all? No, they just keep going and going and going on just ridiculous claims. It's more of not out of anger, it's more just out of ridiculous fear and paranoia, if anything. That, as you look over, you see as Orbeer is calming them down, and as he begins to say, now, it will be fine. We're waiting for the Voden Knights to show up and say a couple of words. They may know more than I do. Now, as I've mentioned before, over the past couple of days, this thing will blow over and nothing has happened so far. We need to be strong in these times. You said that for the likes of 8 days. Oh my god. Every fucking time. You'll see as Orbeer begins to groan and begins to look over. Thank goodness. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Here, just let them speak for a bit, and they will be able to calm the likes of each and every one of you. And you'll see as Orbeer will kind of like flag you all down, looking over. That you all are free to approach if you wish.
Just to be clear, Addy, you wanted to speak to them, right?
Believe so. From last week.
No, I thought that we were not gonna all be here together. So we can just tag team this. It's all good. I more so was gonna go into the tower. That was my intention.
Okay. So then, I guess then Agni will step forward, to where all this is happening. As he steps forward, can you describe what our tower even looks like?
Sure. I mean,
I don't think any of us have interacted with it.
Yeah, if you've seen the Secrets Tower, it's the exact same thing. But for those of you who haven't, it's not really a tower that you can walk into. It's more of a better description would be more of an obelisk. It seems to have a base that has protruded itself out from the ground, just emerging entirely. Now, it has spiky rocks about it, but you can easily climb on top of it and get to the base of it. But at the or the center of the obelisk, you'll see as it has bits of writing onto it that you're gonna have to get a little bit closer to kind of examine. Besides that, there is there is a singular bar that seems to have a white coloring to it that is slowly filling up more and more. There are 5 we'll call them sections of each bar, sort of separating either sprints, either what's the better thing? Word escaped me. Thresholds or more. Kind of going across the legs of this thing. Behind it, there are a bit of drawings and such, crude drawings at that, and they seem to be of not only just the likes of yourselves, but also of other individuals, such as the kindred spirits or anyone of 7 souls. And it seems to depict and show you all either acting, going about, exploring, fighting, not each other, but fighting the likes of multiple monsters and multiple threats. Almost like an omen of things to come. That. We'll all look over towards it, and there's more to still behold at this tower, but that's just the couple of things that you'd maybe see immediately or getting a little bit closer.
Quick question. Is this what Gore saw before?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he wouldn't make that not known. Maybe like, big one. Gore saw that when he tried to use his mark before. Those same marks of us with the blue one. I don't know if you remember that, Sean. Hag.
It seems as if this tower is somewhat of our doing. It has pictures of us, and your mark has seen it. We are responsible for it. It looks like the people are a bit concerned. We will put these concerns to rest. As Agni just keeps on walking. As he kind of like passes Phil, he puts like his hand on his shoulder as he like walks by, and he's just going to make his way next to Ovir.
let's see as a bunch of the Myconid villagers are going to begin to immediately step out of your way and allow space for all the Voden Knights to walk up. But they'll kind of look over and they'll begin to start murmuring amongst themselves like, oh, wait, something's happening. Look. Go ahead, Agni and Azora, or anybody else who wants to join on in.
I think Addy said he's good now.
I'm still having forge issues, but I am connected, I believe, now to at least see
You
y'all.
want me to drag it with the rest of everybody? Up
Yeah,
there?
if you could, yeah, thank you.
Got you.
Gore would just examine the drawings.
Sure thing. Examining the drawings, you would see as... Boy. So, I explain this out of game, or I think it's probably easier to explain. I'm gonna explain it in game, and then I'm gonna explain it out of game. Sound good, Tito? All right. So, here's what you see. You see drawings that are. Actually, let's that's exactly all of it is. You see drawings that are kind of depicting you and your allies doing certain tasks. For example, you see as there is a drawing of something or things that haven't necessarily happened yet. You see there is a drawing of a festival of the sorts. It seems to be everyone is sort of gathered around, sort of enjoying, drinking, reveling, and more, and just having a great time. You also see as there is another sort of drawing of you all sailing to the likes of the tournament. Besides that, there's even more where there is other individuals, other groups that are performing in the likes of a theater, building the likes of structures and buildings and more. All these sort of things. Now, explain this out of game. Essentially what you see is there is multiple tasks that each group can kind of do. Now, granted, based off of all these sort of tasks, each task basically rewards something called a soul shard. Now, a soul shard is something that is going to be used in the for everything. More so, it is going to be used to help prevent apocalypse, to help prevent demise, essentially. The more soul coins, or excuse me, the more soul shards that you all get, and all the soulbound get, the more or the faster and the more you contribute to preventing the likes of the cataclysm from occurring in the first place. If not preventing it, at least delaying it for a decent amount of time. That is what this thing is working to. This is more of an out-of-game thing to explain it. Now, Voden Knights and all the groups have been doing their separate tasks, but right now the Voden Knights, I believe they're at the first place. I think I haven't updated yet, but I think they're at 28 soul shards. And I think in a bit they're about to go to 36 in a second. Actually, no, they go up 4 because they've already did this festival, but they haven't had the festival session. So they are at, I believe, 32 soul shards at the moment. But yeah, that is basically what is going on right with that.
Copy that. Gore would just take note of anyone that he saw us in, like that. He would just do that, and he would even go look see if he saw Jade scribbled in there anywhere.
Jade scribbled in there. No signs of Jade, but what you do find is you look over behind it and you see as there is crude drawings, not just of you all doing something, but it seems to be crude drawings of your faces as well. There seems to be these, or they seem to all glow and light up, but nothing more than that right now.
Copy that. Gore would be just he'd get to examine it. He'd just be on there looking at it.
Got it. As you're doing so.
Yeah. Now, and that's something that apparent that everybody would be able to realize. Gore wouldn't have to tell Agni, right?
That you're the thing
like just yeah.
It's for the sake of brevity, you can kind of just explain it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. So he would say that's what he got from it. Big one. ...
Yeah.
Agni will just nod, and he also will, before he says anything, he will just look at Obeer, give him a nod and a handshake before he turns and addresses the crowd.
Obeer will just kind of say before you do, thank you that you are here. I've been trying to or with the likes of individuals back, but it seems to have gotten a little bit, for lack of a better term, I don't want to say out of hand, but it's been brought up enough to the point where now you all are hearing about it. Typically, I try to keep things, well, if it's not important for you all to get involved or nothing that you need to worry about or deal with, then me and the rest of the elders sort of work on it. But sadly, we have failed to keep them at bay at this point.
I understand, Olbir. We all have a job to do. You've done yours, and I will do my part as well. As he says that, Agni looks at like all the mushrooms that are around here and kind of examines the large tower for a second. And as he turns back around to address him, he says, "Citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom, hear my words and hear them well. It has been some time since I myself, or the Voden Knights, have spoken to you. There has been an extreme amount of growth in the Mushroom Kingdom, and I'd like to address a few things before getting to the tower. First, we have heard some of your concerns. Try to dress the part when we're around town, and I will let you know steps have been taken to reduce the amount of armor and weapons we wield while walking around. I hope this helps put you at ease when we're walking around the kingdom. But keep in mind, threats loom every day. There is no guarantee of what the future holds. So if you see one of us walking around with weapons or armor, do not fret. It is strictly for your and our safeties. Second, I want to bring up and reiterate the Freedom Festival that is on the horizon. We'll be celebrating you, the people, and giving back to celebrate the prosperity of the kingdom itself. This will be the first of many festivals, an annual tradition, I'd like to say. Lastly, this massive tower that has appeared in this village, it's no threat to you, no threat to the kids, and no threat to us. It seems as if, let's just say the gods, although not as powerful in strength, are still pulling and playing with the world as they see fit. This tower seems to be linked to some of us, but it poses no threat to you. You folks are Myconids, are you not? I have seen other Myconids grow as tall as a mountain. This tower should merely be a stepping stone in your quest to leave your mark on the world. No building, no op, no beast should be able to break the spirit of the Mushroom Kingdom. I hope these words help you sleep at night. And I do apologize for not addressing them sooner, but we have been very busy. You'll see the fruits of our labor very soon during the festival. There will be a time where not only myself, but your leaders won't be around. You will need to stand strong for yourselves, for the future generations, for the Mushroom Kingdom.
Agni, here's what I need. I need a persuasion check with advantage, +5. 29. You look over, and as a couple of people begin to hear this, you see as faces of fear, strife begin to turn into that of smiles. They feel empowered for a bit of time, and they look over towards this tower, and they don't view it anymore for just this. It's the way you weave the words. They feel stronger. They don't view it more so as an imposing threat. They view it as a challenge to overcome. You look over, and as a couple of the individuals begin to start talking and murmuring amongst themselves, before one individual, larger than the bunch, begins to speak and say, with this tower and such, though, is there anything that we could do to help, to assist? This...
Oh, I could cry.
Oh man, it was taking me. It was holding me back so much.
He said I could cry.
That shit was hilarious. That was the best way to say it.
It was rough holding this back. I'm like, God damn it, Kane, just wait. But you'll look over and you'll see the individual, and they'll begin to speak and say, this tower, it invaded the likes of our home. The Knights, the Voden Knights, they are trying to help it, get rid of it. But though this is their home, this is also our home. And they're doing their part, and we need to do ours. They'll look over, and it's kind of that, he's kind of pushing the sort of respect thing, but he'll more so look over and say, War Chief, I don't know about the other ones, but I'm willing to help. And 29, that'll beat the DC 20 and 25. You'll see as a couple of individuals begin to start looking over, and they'll begin to kind of raise a fist as well towards you. And they'll begin to say, yeah, I'll help. Another one sort of joins, another, or a third and a fourth begins to all join, and you'll see as a decent portion of them are trying to assist in any way they can as they look over towards you. What are any of you saying or doing?
I think Azor's speechless.
Gore would just. No, go ahead.
Now I'm gonna run this past the group. I feel like there's an opportunity for Zaman to say something. As far as donations, I just want to.
He's gonna say. No, I risk the Gore booth. Yo, he looks at Orbear. Gore looks at Orbear and says, "Old one, do Gore a favor. Have one record everything he sees on here." Basically, Gore wants somebody to put together like a little notes of everything to be done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it.
For more of an out-of-game sort of thing, you won't really have to worry about checking with a specific NPC. You can just as Tito or like any of the Voden Knights just ask like, hey, what do we got to do next? And then I'll get that.
Just doing due diligence, bro. Just doing due diligence.
Okay. Well, Agni would respond with sort of the I don't even know how to put it. The newfound strength of some of the Myconids. You'd see Agni sort of raise like a fist in the air, just like they are. By the time we are done, there will be no kingdom, no city stronger than the Mushroom Kingdom. All of us will do our part, and then some. Glory to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Glory to the Mushroom Kingdom.
They're gonna repeat. One of them will begin to say, "Glory to the Mushroom Kingdom. Glory, glory, glory. Glory to the Mushroom Kingdom." We'll see as they all begin to start saying and chanting for a moment. You see as it begins to yell out before it's almost like a war chant. beginning to emanate on this side of the village. A couple of the individual, like a couple of myconids who are kind of in their homes or on the outskirts, they'll begin to sort of turn their head and look over and see what exactly is going on over here. And they're curious, or some of them are kind of just like raising their fists and pumping their fists and such, even though they have no context of what is going on right now at all. Definitely seems to be moving them and definitely inspiring them for sure.
Yeah, you will see. As all that happens, Agni is sort of soaking it in, but chanting along with them. And after a while, he's going to look at Orbir and sort of nod, but he's mainly looking at Addydark because doesn't this tower like have his symbol on here?
Mm-hmm. Well, not super present, but Gore, what their information they would have mentioned, yeah, they would have been able to tell you.
Okay. So as kind of Agni like takes a step back, he will kind of, as he passes by Addydark, this tower, it seems to have something to do with, as he like points to Addydark's hand. I'm not sure exactly what it means for you or what you might have to do, but it seems like it's your responsibility. At least by the matching marks.
Just for my awareness, I completely forget the tower business. Could I get just a TLDR about this tower again?
On what specifically it looks like, what it does.
What it does? Yeah, like more what it does.
Gotcha. So
the
TLDR,
from the message we got before.
Yeah, the TLDR out of game is basically you, like the Voden Knights as well as all the Soulbound, they are tasked with doing certain things that are on these towers. Now, these tasks can be just literally like built-in quests that you guys are kind of doing. So, aka, go to the jungle, to, slay the night creature or whatever you're gonna do. Another one is go to the tournament, another one's build a sports stadium, and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. And with each objective that you complete, you get something called soul shards. You all need to basically get a total of 555 soul shards as all of the soulbound total, and if you do, you will be able to delay Ragnarok, or at least, or maybe even prevent it. Ragnarok being the whole sort of event that when, volcanoes were erupting, the voice was talking in the sky, blah, 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 you're gonna die, yada, yada, yada. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Ah, yes, Agni, these marks. I'm sure it's just a tower. And worst case, if it's a trial by combat, I'm sure I'll be fine.
If it's a trial by combat, I fear for the person you are going against. Just do me a favor and make sure this thing actually doesn't blow up. I don't like random towers popping up in our village. Let's keep it to one. Yes? He says it sort of in like a joking tone.
Of course, Agni. And I'm sure we'll get a Zaman to thoroughly inspect over the next few days, as he does love him some architecture for some reason. He'll be able to vet any threat, I'm sure.
If we could sell this tower, I'm sure Zaman will be all.
He does love new shiny things. He sure does.
We all have our vices. I cannot really sully another man's.
More so, something I was thinking about anyways, but I might as well full send it after earlier today. Orbir is going to kind of tug on this nearest person, either Zorashins or Addydarks, to kind of get their attention. Hey, one second. Could I talk to you all in private for a moment?
Yeah, we could go to the lab right up above.
Sure. Phil, join us for a moment. And you'll see as a couple of the Myconids look at Warbeer sideways for saying, join us. My
That's actually that funny.
And with that, they'll continue. They'll, with a little pep in their step, they're gonna go to the lab very, very fast. Alright. So as they do, Orbeer will kind of make their way over here, and Phil will kind of mention, "Oh, is this the thing that you mentioned before?" Yes, it's Will. And with that, I got you. I'll drag token there. Unless you're trying to do anything at the tower first. I will assume.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So, I assume you guys shut the door, all that stuff. Orbeer will begin to mention and say, now, I don't know if you all have noticed, but I think that display there definitely, well, seals it and really exemplifies what's been happening. Now, that was a riveting and wonderful speech, War Chief Agni. And as you can tell, you all have done a great service for the likes of this village. Now get the fuck out. No, I'm kidding. But
The unfortunate murder that would have taken place right here, it would have been really sad, dude. Behind closed doors. The accident that would have happened.
bro,
Next thing you know, I look at door, the door closes, and
no, but Orbeer jokingly will sort of chuckle. I'm kidding. No, quite the opposite. You all have done a wonderful sort of job here, and throwing festivals, building so many buildings that have helped us out, and well, you've kind of made our mark for us. But we don't, as you can tell, all this stuff that you were talking about earlier is about to really come into fruition. You'll see as they begin to speak and say, well, our village, we've been really known for being very much lackadaisical, not really having to do much. Me and Ido, myself, we have definitely been more stationary Myconids, not really going off to see the world. A lot of the other Myconids that were adventurers, well, they sadly passed long ago. But with the old age of adventurers gone, I think it might be time for a new age of adventurers. Maybe not necessarily ones that are actually trying to go out and do the things, but more so individuals who are really, really trying to focus and specialize on, doing their part, to say the least. Now, granted, you can see with that, big individual over there, they were pretty adamant on trying to help along with everyone else, but I think what's really happening, and Phil, you can add on to this, I think they just lack a bit of direction. You see, throughout, actually, Phil, if you could. So the thing is, basically, these guys, they haven't really had any purpose, any direction. They haven't really had to do anything because, well, the village was kind of always taken care of. There wasn't really any reason to learn how to fight because, well, there wasn't really any wars. There wasn't really any reason to build because, well, the spores kind of do that for us. And you guys, you seem to have your heads on straight. Yeah, I know. But he'll say that with no malice, no deceit, nothing. He fully 100% believes it. And will say, you guys have conviction. And we were wondering if you could help a couple of the individuals sort of, well, have that same bit of conviction. I've seen the likes of you, Azora, with the likes of, the four individuals, Riles, Moss, all of them. They've been kind of doing their own sort of thing and hanging around you, and they seem to really be, I wouldn't say necessarily enjoying themselves, but they have purpose. even the likes of Obi. They'll kind of look over towards Korra and Zaman. You lot, I remember they actually came to me and they said, I never really considered learning about potion making and such, but after spending a little bit of time with you two, really changed their perspective, and they want to do more of it. Point is that they need direction, and we don't believe that some of the elders can kind of do that. We think that and more of an outside force, now that is considered one of us, would be better suited for that. We just simply ask if you would have the time or would be willing to do such a thing, you know?
This is actually good news to hear for sure. I will say the Yorikage, Vass, Inaki, Moss, and Riles have been quite helpful to prevent some of the dangers abroad the kingdom, as well as within. What do you hear amongst the people that they're interested in? I understand you say they're directionless, but certainly you hear murmurs at least.
Well, Phil will kind of speak and say, it's hard to say, to sort of justify, like, 8 to 20 people said they all want to do this. That's not really the case. Some of them, ultimately, they just want to leave their mark. They just want to be useful and do something. Now, granted, we have a lot of individuals who are actively working and all that sort of stuff. That is true, but they also want to have a passion outside of the work. Everybody has to do it, but, something else past that. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what they're looking for.
Well, give us one day. I promise you, we will, lack of better words, put them to work. We'll definitely find something to give them inspiration, like we did Alec, Opie, and the others.
We can put together a list of 4 or 5 things. People can sign up for what they seem most interested in, or what their skills are best used for, and go from there.
Yes, they not. Does anybody want to add anything or say anything else?
No, that doesn't make sense.
All right. If that's the case, we'll see as Orbir and Phil will begin to nod, and with that, we'll begin to head out and sort of thank you for each of your times. But as they head out, all right, Voden Knights, congratulations! I can actually reveal this thing now. So, after a bit of time, I've been monitoring the likes of the pop or the favor with the likes of the Myconids and the Voden Knights, and now at this point, they are almost at the not breaking point, but more so at the cusp of a cultural breakthrough. Now, the festival is going to be the thing that pushes them over in a good way. But now, for a lack of a better term, congratulations, you have unlocked 3 playable races for the likes of Myconids, specifically sub-races for them. Now, as I mentioned before, when it comes to like the humans and all that sort of stuff, you have the ability to dictate their entire culture. Now, at the likes of the Voden Knights, you have a way to dictate 3 specific sects of the likes of the Myconids culture and more. So, for example, what this could look like, you could have a Myconid sub-race or a group of people that are more so focused on the likes of let's stick with a simple thing of hunting or fighting and all that sort of stuff. So then we would make a sub-race with the homebrew team and all that stuff where they'll maybe have +2 to strength and +2 to con and all that stuff, and they're mainly focused on leaving their mark in bloodshed. Or you could have it where it's more of a scientific approach where these individuals are more of like engineers, alchemists, scientists, all these sort of things where they get a +2 to intelligence, and they're more so focused on leaving their mark on the world, focusing around, invention that stands the test of time. There's many ways, and there's infinite ways on how you kind of want to dictate how they will be, but essentially what this will mean is that in the future for all of Project Aurora, people will be, or if they make a character from Voden and they specifically make a Myconid, they will be able to choose any of these 3 sub-races that you guys created.
Yeah, that's fire.
Oh, that's
Definitely,
great.
yeah, definitely. We'll come up with something, I'm sure, in the course of this week and let you know.
Yeah, I'm not expecting y'all to have it right now, but if you want to have, if you want to have an entire, this would be something that, now granted, just because you get it now doesn't mean like, oh, next week you're gonna have like Addy Dark's Night Hunter Myconids or whatever, anything like that. It's gonna be a
Next week, I'm
process.
expecting that tomorrow.
On the morrow. Wake up next
bro.
night.
Start training tonight, bro.
But it'll definitely be like a process of them like slowly what do you call it, going on and sort of adapting to that sort of thing. Whether you guys want to role play that or not, it's up to you. We'll figure that out later. It's all good.
That's fire. Yeah, we definitely we'll take some time to think of that.
Guess I'm making races again.
Oh man. So yeah, I'd recommend probably you have the likes of this is more so like he or the DM speaking. Since you guys have the likes of the tenets of the Voden Knights and all that stuff, might as well just make Myconids that are based off of the tenets, or something like that. Or go. That's just a random idea that came to mind, but yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
And there's 3 of them we can make, correct?
Yeah, only 3. That was the maximum.
Yep. No!
That did not sound
That
good.
sounded awful. That
That
sounded
sounded
awful.
Sounded like
terrible.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro.
That sounded awful.
Yeah, drop the glass.
Oh man.
You got Nelson Aguilar over there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right. We'll let Sean deal with that. But in the meantime, so are you guys ready to go to the Kraken then? Is there anything else you need to do? Or are you
I
all good
think
to go?
Addy wanted to do the tower thing.
No, I can do that when we come back. Next time we're in the village, I'll do a thorough inspection of the tower, make sure that there's no ops rebellion armies, in there or whatever.
And Cora said she mixed some stuff up for Opie, and she left it on the table for him.
All right, gotcha. So
Yeah, Zaman did the same.
enough with that. Voden Knights begin to gather forth and gather your troops. As you do so, you go gather the likes of the Inquisitor, you gather the likes of Rose, and that is all correct.
And Talia.
And Talia, gotcha. So, I'll explain that.
Sorry,
later,
one other thing. Sorry, I had really terrible connection at the beginning of this. Did Gashir and Trog go on their other thing away, or are we not going to send them on that yet?
Yeah, we're not sending them on that yet. We're gonna do that ourselves.
Okay.
You got it. So, after a bit in time, you all begin to travel forth. Let me go grab Talia and add them to this one. Visitor. Let me. This. Give me 2 seconds. I got Rose here, but not that guy. You. All right, cool. And then I need Talia, and boom. And let me go with this here. Right. So, as you all begin to head forth throughout the likes of the village and further ahead towards where you spotted the Kraken. Addy Dark, you lead the charge as you begin to track the trail and begin to also lead each of the Voden Knights to where they need to be. Eventually, you'll see as rain begins to start picking up, but it seems to be that a storm is approaching for a bit, but it's nothing super crazy. For the likes of pretty much the Jaded Dragon Valley. Looking over and around, you see as thunder begins to form, it booms and echoes. However, you look over and you find yourself once more at a familiar location. However, there is something a little bit stranger, a little bit more wild than the way you left this area. What I mean by that is, you look over and you find as there are several creatures that seem to be gathering forth. Robotic, mechanized individuals that seem to be crowding alike the area. You see as they're surrounding the place, but they don't seem to be acting super hostile or anything.
Did the screen change? Because I still see the lab.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Just make sure.
But you look around and about, and as they're kind of doing their thing, they seem to be like almost frog-like even. Regardless, this is what you see, and I will add the tokens to the map in just 1 second.
Copy. Sensei, just to note, Zaman would have casted a couple of rituals on the way and tried to have a quick conversation with the Inquisitor.
Sure thing. On the way, we can start that off real quick. So, before all of this is sort of happening, you guys get there. You can kind of see them in the distance, but you're kind of holding back a little bit. Say you guys are over here for right now. What would you be saying and or doing? And I assume you're kind of going off to with the Inquisitor, like kind of by yourself, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you just move the tokens and all that stuff. You can just assume you're by yourself.
Copy. So yeah, Zaman would say, I know we've been discussing opportunities on how we can assist each other. I know our original terms have changed since your entity no longer possesses me. I think it's more mutually beneficial for the both of us if we work together. Not only do I have the power of the Voden Knights, but also devils themselves. So I do not advise that you make me your antagonist. So now tell me, what do you crave so that we both can fulfill our greatest desires?
Crave that.
So TLDR, he knows that whatever was inside of him was also inside of the Inquisitor, and he's trying to make a deal with that entity that is mutually like beneficial to both of them. But he's also saying if he decides, to go against them, there will be consequences.
We'll see as they speak, and as the Inquisitor, they do not motion or move the likes of their head with each word spoken, but you hear the words enter the likes of your head, Zaman, as they begin to say, well, this. What I seek, what I want. Judging from what I've seen in this village of yours, we want mutually the same thing. You want to defeat the likes of this opposition, you say. I as well. I very much as well. I have my own vendetta and anger against them. But there is one thing I wish more than anything. It is knowledge, information, and as much of it as possible. Look at them. Magnificent beasts. A lot of them. Scouting for what I require. But it is not enough. Not enough. I get it. You want to leave, or you want to end this opposition. You think that the marks that you wield, will you so? Will you to do so? Foolish. Wait your turn. An angry message, or angry phrase and sentence beginning, all that stuff. Basically, they want knowledge, and they also, they want to stop the likes of the ops, aka their corruption.
Copy.
There's the translation.
Got you. So Zaman will reply, this is excellent. I want the same thing. This is why I've established the R&D facility. I can make you one of our primary researchers, and you will have first access to the information that we garner. We can share and use this information to strengthen ourselves and be better prepared to destroy and end the ops permanently. I've already started to consider how do we weaponize and better control some of these mechanical creatures, as in to have them a part of our army.
You'll see as the Inquisitor begins to, their eyes glow green for a moment, or excuse me, glow red for a moment, and they'll begin to speak and say, "And why must you do that? So fucking foolish. Fine. If you wish to do so, find me. You want to be the likes of the new Soulbound and such. Very well. Prove your worth then. Down below, in these below these grounds and such, located in the Forbidden Expanse. There we reside. Find us. Find me. And if you do, and you survive, I'll be willing to share this information. Control my beasts. For now, Zaman Unmei. This is where me, this Inquisitor, and you say our goodbyes. Is there anything else you want to add to this deal, or are you done?
That is all I require. I look forward to adding your forces to our ranks, and I'll see you soon.
With that, you see as the minerals will begin to drop from the likes of this individual, sort of infesting them. See as the Inquisitor looks down towards their hands and arms for a moment. They begin to scratch their head. They still don't speak, but they look over, look out towards you. They don't necessarily nod, they just begin to, again, focus on the mission, turn around, begin to start heading out, unless you stop them for anything.
Nope, that's all he had.
I did want to talk to Addie on our way here.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Yep. She'll say, now Addie, this Kraken situation, we have talked about it, and we were thinking, well, remember the reports from Aleb regarding a way to destroy the Zhao dynasty's barrier. We need a way to bring mana crystals, a bunch of them, to disrupt the barrier. However, it appears moving with that much power will certainly get us, well, caught. They'll certainly see it coming. The plan is to try to see if we could get this Kraken to join our side and perhaps have it bring the crystals to the Zhao, as we plan on attacking from the ocean rather than on land.
Eddie Dark sits with a face of puzzledness. Join us. It's a mechanical beast that must be slayed. These things have no minds, no will. How do you expect it to join us?
Well,
I even laugh at entertaining the thought. You clearly have been at that tavern a little bit too much, haven't you, Azura?
Well, as you know, I do not drink. However, we were informed that not all these creatures are soulless, mechanical golems, so to speak. We've been informed that some of them possess souls.
as well as, and she kind of like, as we're walking, gestures towards Zaman, I'm guessing who's all the way in the back with the Inquisitor and Cora.
Yep.
We have two mechanical companions of our own who also possess souls. If we do not find a way to destroy the Zhao's defenses, well then, the war is lost before it even begins.
Oh, sorry. Were you done?
Yeah.
Azura, you know, I've always trusted you. In the battles, you're right next to me. But on this matter, I just don't see eye to eye with you. We could barely tame an owl bear. Barely. That thing was raging across the village week after week. You expect to... Let me get this right. Convince a giant mechanical kraken to be our friend? Come on, Azura. You really have been talking too much to your boy Zaman.
Not a friend, an ally of sorts. Whatever the Nazgul did to these creatures, well, for all we know, some of them may seek revenge or seek a release from whatever they were turned into. All we're saying is, let's give this a chance. If it does not work, it does not work. But we lose nothing by trying. But we could gain quite a bit with the effort.
I'll leave it up to a dice roll.
Fair enough. You can either roll a D100, D20, your choice on how you want to handle this.
No, I was gonna let her just roll, I don't know. What are you trying to do? Persuasion? Yeah, sounds like you're trying to persuade me.
Alright. Or RP roll. Can she do it?
Okay, let's see. It says NAN. I don't know what that means.
Is it doing... I think it's doing the glitch that Pete had then. Why is it doing that? Doing that for everybody else? No.
Nope.
Why is it doing that? It did the exact same thing to Pete for whatever reason. He had to just roll manually the entire session. I don't know why that is the case. Let me see if Pete's character sheet. For right now, just roll a d20 and then just add it.
Yeah.
It's just messed up too. I don't know why.
Yeah, that would be a flat 5.
You might gotta use your D&D Beyond character sheet, if anything, but yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. Righty,
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that would be a
5.
flat 5.
Not the most persuasive in this matter.
Yeah, I guess Addy Dark would take a deep breath. Zura, you should know more than anyone. If there is a threat, it must be vanquished. This Kraken isn't something to just treat as a friend or an ally. It must be slain. Previously, myself could barely handle this. Not to mention the advantage of water, which you know how a few of individuals in this group feel about that. My mission here is to slay this beast. Anything else outside of that is non-negotiable.
Or would just shake her head and then just keep pushing. She tried her best to have him see reason.
Alright. As you do. What the fuck is Jeffrey?
Apologies, this is my unseen servant.
Oh, I was like, huh? I was like, what kind of spell is that? Alright, but you're good. Alright, so is there any other things that need to be said or done before you guys head over towards the likes of the well, the Kraken and all that stuff, and you guys are actually on the map?
Nah, I think we're good. Just so you know, Key, everyone has water breathing on them currently.
Mhm.
So, which lasts for like 24 hours. So should be good. I have my unseen servant out and my familiar out.
Gotcha. Do you have an image of what is your familiar?
Yeah, it was I think I sent it to you already, but I can send it to you.
Oh,
if you want me to.
I'm stupid.
Yep.
Did I get deleted? Send it to me again. Or actually, I can just use the image. For right now, I'm gonna fix up their token in 1 second, but it's just an owl stat block, correct?
Yeah, it's Al. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna drop this. It's very, very tiny. I'm about to fix it, so just bear with me in that regard. I'm gonna give you ownership.
Copy.
All right, so as you look over towards this thing, you don't necessarily see the Kraken in sight, but you do see as there are these massive creatures that seem to be roaming the lengths of, well, the ground and more. You see as they're walking about, and they seem to be almost infesting the likes of this land. Several of them begin to continue appearing the further and further you look on in the likes of the shrine. See as they all begin to look over, and they haven't necessarily spotted you or anything like that. They just seem to be kind of doing their own general thing. You even see as some of them are actually swimming in the likes of the water and more. Now, as you're looking over, no Kraken in sight, but you're gonna have to probably deal with these things at some point. So, Voden Knights, what are you guys going to say and or do?
Sounds like it's morphin' time.
Yep.
Nothing else to do but to do it.
We've never seen these things before. Could we, like, martial check them before? Like, doing anything?
Yeah, you can. Not ability-wise, but what would you like to learn about them with your intuition check?
I guess just how strong are they, if possible?
Gotcha. All right, I'll roll for it. Intuition check. 11 plus your 6, 17. These individuals, to any Voden fables and like ranger or anything like that, this would pose a very significant threat. It's just the one, probably like a band of them, like a band of level 1s for sure. Granted, you're a band of level 8s as well as a bunch of other people. These will probably put up a fight, but it's more of, they're not going to be too difficult. They're roughly between the CR2 and CR3 realm.
Can they see us?
Not right now, but if you guys were to start moving, then yeah. So if you want, you guys can make a stealth check.
Can I cast spiritual weaponry since I see them?
All right, I will summon that for you.
I made my
Begin to gather the likes of all the holy energy for a moment, and as you summon the blessing of Iroas, it materializes into a massive hammer, which fits for the likes of you, Cora. Begins to hover itself right beside you, ready to swing, and pretty much get ready for what's to come.
Don't worry about that. I was just casting it.
No, you're good. All right.
All right.
We'll see as Rose will begin to look over and kind of towards you, Cora, and begin to say, Cora, I know this is not the Kraken that you all mentioned, but a question. Is this where you will begin your training, or are you going to deal with the likes of these individuals first until possibly you find this beast?
If possible, both in case the Kraken doesn't show. What are your thoughts?
Survival should be the priority always, but if you feel confident enough, there's no harm in attempting to use your techniques that you've learned in the battle. But I say prioritize your survival and your companion's survival.
So I guess what I could do is work on my skills, and if needed, I'll make sure my companions are up. I gave them all our rose blessings as far as things to keep them standing for what longer than they would think. So hopefully that will buy time, and if need be, priority their safety is their absolute priority. And I can just switch back. You hear me?
I was muted.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say.
My bad. I was like wondering like, hello, team, like, they would have said very well, and eventually would have looked over and said to Agni or just anybody listening. So, if that is the case, what is the plan for this situation?
We do not know if these things are hostile. However, I'm sure they are. We might as well take them out. At the very least, if there's no Kraken, we can harvest these for parts. As well as Cora can practice on moving targets. We shouldn't let this opportunity go to waste.
As you do. Going to get ready. And you'll see as Rose will say, I see. Well, if that's the case, I will follow your signal.
FYI, Sensei, that's the right of the storm.
Gotcha. Do you subtract the HP or nah? If not, I gotcha. Nope.
Go ahead, all you.
I sent you the image of Jeffrey, by the way. Sensei.
Thank you.
Yep.
Cora will let the group know that she'll say, I'm going to be with Rose working on my skill sets. If you need, just give me a holler. But I will have my eyes on the field anyways, regardless. But in case, it gets a little spooky, please let me know.
We strike when you are ready, Cora. I think in your training, you have earned the right to at least initiate this fight on your terms, since this is your training.
Perhaps you can attempt to bring one of them close before the others, even as alerted.
Yeah. So she's gonna look around and ask Rose, which one do you think we should target first?
Looking at all of them, the one probably by or perched on top of the rock would be a good candidate. If not that one, maybe the one swimming over in the water, there specifically. That would be not a bad candidate either.
Okay. She's gonna go with the one in the water.
Alright. As you do, what are you trying, or you look over towards them, what are you trying to do, or what is Cora sort of attempting to do?
She's attempting to lift this one out and bring them closer to the group. But prior to doing so, she's going to let everyone know that she's going to try to bring the one that's in the water closest to us. So if everyone wants to get in some form of position to where they don't cause combat, do so now.
Gotcha. I will say, also, more so from a balancing perspective, although you have 3 NPCs and all that stuff, the combat's balanced for like all of the Voden Knights and then 1 extra additional NPC. Choose which NPC that you want to actually be rolling initiative with you guys. whether it's the Inquisitor, whether it's Rose, or whether it is Tali. Just pick one, and I will run them as usual. The other two will be, they will be fighting. They just will not be in initiative.
I think the Inquisitor could look, start researching the machines, keep an eye on them. That could be good information and intel, because we definitely need the heals of Tali. We're good.
Stop.
Oh, for
There.
I'll fix that. 1 second. Not have her spells for some reason. Alright, so, as said, as you look over, Corey, you begin to walk over stealthily as you can, begin to focus onto the individual over towards the side. As you begin to do so, you force all your focus onto this singular individual. You begin to watch as all around you, nothingness begins to ensue. It's another endless void of darkness. Just you and the likes of this robotic toad swimming about in the water and more. Try to use the likes of your psionics that you've used in the past. You try and attempt to lift it up, or make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Sorry, just for positioning wise, can I use my stealth to just be in this tree?
Sure thing. You rolled stealth earlier, right? That was the 20?
Yeah, I got a 20. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you're good.
Okay. Before I go, I obviously will tell someone. I'll look to the group and say, with these minor robots, Cora, yes, I agree. You can practice your new abilities. But once that Kraken rises from this lake, practice is over. It's game time.
Eddie, keep your eyes open. I'm going to try to post them right next to you.
Azor was... Go ahead, my fault.
Oh, understood. I'm going to climb that tree there and get ready to pounce on anything you pull out of the water.
Azor will look to you and say, I believe in you. You got this. Just take a moment to free your mind of everything around. The battle, the rain. It's just you and that frog for a moment. You got this, Cora. I've seen your strength. And with that, she's going to give her that 1d4 leadership for a saving throw. You have for a minute. So, I mean, you can use it, not use it. But, yep, that's all she'll do. As you see her, as she talks to you, you see her what's that sign? Right eye begins to flash purple, and you see her palm begin to flash purple as she begins talking to you. And that's it.
No. All right, Cora, make that wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. Wisdom saving.
Natural 20 for a total.
You about to pull in every frog over here, bro. That's like 3.
Two.
If I could bring in 2 of them motherfuckers, that shit was crazy.
I'll tell you what. Y'all ready to get hitting? Y'all ready? That's all I'm gonna say.
We knew what was happening.
Such is life, bro. Such is life.
Hey,
I'm saying.
Let me take off the Jedi robes and let's get it.
all right. If y'all know what it's about, ain't no point in holding out.
Yeah,
Here's
One
what
time was a good time.
just point to the X. Point to the X.
Point to the X, he says. You look over, and with that, also, Voden Knights, if you guys are, before anything pops off, I'll give you this. If you want to, make a stealth check and move at all to anywhere in this location, or I'd probably say this, depending on your stealth check, then you can go do so. But, yeah, unless you want to stay all the way back here when combat starts, then you might want to get to moving, and we'll go from there.
Zord's gonna go into air stance.
It's nice and safe over here.
Definitely safe back
Question
here.
for you. I'm not fighting, right? I'm just gonna do the rolls. I mean, I do have my spiritual weapon, but do I need to be in combat?
I more so would say,
Because I can sit combat out if
Do
I'm just
you-
doing checks.
do you want to? I have a like option like for you to be in it and an option to be out. I'd rather like you get to play the game, so I'd rather you be in it, but that's up to you. What you would rather.
I mean, yeah, and I guess I could use on my turn to try to bring one closer.
Yeah, like I have it where it's just like you do your turn as usual, and then you once per turn doing the whole thing. But
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool.
because I'd rather you not have to sit out or anything. All right, so if you haven't made your stealth check, then you can do so. Tyler's gonna make their stealth check. They're gonna get the fuck out of here. They have disadvantage, I believe, unless I'm crazy. Yes. At 13, they will continue on to kind of approach over towards Gore. The Inquisitor is going to be doing their thing. Rose's going to be in the back. They're out of combat. Pyro is going to be next to Azora. They don't need to make a stealth roll. And yeah. All right. Voden Knights, as you look over, you wait for the signal, and Cora begins to slowly lift the likes of this creature. Begin to rise for a moment. Rise, rise, rise. Before they're being almost lifted out of the likes of the water, you see as the toad itself begins to start almost flailing about. You see as the gears begin to start turning for a moment, and they look over and they start scanning around. You try to see over towards Addydark, but they see no one. As this happens, you bring the toad closer and closer towards them, and you bring them into a prime spot for Addydark to get the ambush. As you're doing so, you look over and you seem to be getting the hang of this. Look over. You begin to use a secondary hand, and almost as if it's natural for a moment. Or you begin to start lifting a secondary one. See as this one begins to start forming closer and closer and closer. Matt, you're able to bring two of them out of the water and onto the battlefield, but you are completely focused on doing so. That we'll see as they begin to start croaking for a moment loudly, and you'll see flares begin to start going off from the backs or from their backsides, and more rockets begin to start being propelled, and you see as miniature fireworks begin to form. You'll notice as each of the toads begin to look up, and they see what is going on. Addydark, make a perception check. You have advantage because you're close to the water anyways. Natural 20. You look over.
I see it all.
You look
see
down,
that.
220s.
and you see as a set of eyes begins to glow a bright yellow light. You look at them, and they look at you. It's time to settle a grudge. You see exactly where the likes of this Kraken might be as it is emerging. It's a decent ways away, but close enough for you to be able to maybe jump out and leap towards them. They're in this general vicinity. None of your other companions notice it, but you can call them out beforehand. As this begins to happen, you look over. The Nazgul toads are lifted up in the air. Is anybody taking the surprise round for you guys? Choice is yours. If not, we're starting combat here and now.
I mean, if Addy's taking it, let him take it. I mean, if not, you want me being right there, it's cool. If somebody else will take it, don't bother me, no.
Wait, are we all taking it or just one person?
Just one person.
One person.
Gore, that was Gore saying he wants it, so Gore, you can have it.
No, I'm saying for purpose, bro. You already in the tree.
Why do you gotta take it? Come on,
give it
bro.
to
Just
him.
let me
Let me
take it.
go. It's gonna be Addy. It's gonna be
Gore,
Addy.
just take it, bro. I just said take it. You said I don't care, and I said you take it. So you take it.
Addy, you went in the tree. I told you I was gonna put him right next to you for a reason,
Oh,
bro.
bro, he's about to get this fucking people's elbow, bro.
Give him the elbow, bro.
He's
Do
about to
it,
get
bro.
that elbow, bro.
Make sure the eyebrows up.
You already know.
All right, Addydark, go for it. Make an
Okay,
attack.
yeah. Is that just an untarred strike? Is that all we doing? That's all.
Unarmed strike, and you have advantage with it. You got it. 15. That will that hit? Yes, that will break through them. Actually, I'm glad you actually did do advantage. or a straight roll, because you actually would not have advantage on this. You look over and you'll see as you strike over towards them, and they begin to. They actually try to jump out off to the side, trying to sidestep the likes of your strike. You swing forth, and thankfully, they gave you a second fist. You swing with the second one, striking them with a right hook, sending them flying backwards for a moment. With that, you deal 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Make sure that is correct. It is not. I will subtract the second one, so it's gonna be 13 points of bludgeoning damage, not the full 15.
Okay, that's with the mittens. I always forget.
It's with
You gotta
mittens.
reset the mittens.
The reason why they had an extra D4 is from Mao last fight.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I will grab you guys things in 1 second. Oh, my damn Foundry is acting up with everybody's character sheet for today for some reason. All right. So, with that said and done, time, y'all. You look over and you see as all the toads begin to start leaping over, see them watch the flares go off, and they try to look over and see what is the cause of it. As Addydark strikes the individual, sending them flying about, they all in unison begin to rush you down. And with that, your souls are shackled, and the time for battle is now. I'm gonna need all of you to roll for initiative. I will add you all to the combat in just 1 second. And here's what we're going to, yeah, I'll do BG3 rules. I'll roll for these guys. And let me testing all that stuff for it.
Agni, that roll was jeez,
Bro, it's always like that, bro.
That was ugly, boy.
It's very rare I have a decent initiative.
That was ugly, boy. Woo.
I like going last anyways. You get to see the battlefield.
All right. And with that, here's what we got. Boom, boom, boom. Rolling initiative for all the NPCs. Is going to be a lot of them on the screen. Prepare yourselves. All right. Let me remove the owl. They don't need to be here. Batten. All right. I need initiative from Cora and Azora.
This is the sword and shield, right?
It is. Yeah, but a roll initiative is the top right, the two sword icons crossed.
Azor rolled a 4 because my sheet, so I can't even hit that dice button.
Gotcha. All right, let me do Arbot. Different now. Sorry, y'all. About the delay. We got it coming up in just 1 second. All right, that should fix it. Cool. All right. You said Azor got a 4?
Yeah.
All right, so you'll be a little bit after Agni and the Toad.
We're busting out the 20s all over the place.
God damn.
Yep. We're ready.
And then just my weapon is supposed to be with me.
It's supposed to be what?
My spiritual weapon.
Oh, did it get added to the initiative or?
No, I'm saying like it's supposed to be up here with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so if that's the case, you look over and we start off with the likes of Gore of the Meadows and Cora following right after. You see as all of them begin to start rushing over towards the Voden Knights. And with that, tactics begin to go through. First, let me explain a couple of things about this combat. All right, Voden Knights, you know what this was how this is gonna be going down. This is the legendary Kraken fight. With this, you guys will be fighting like of an individual beast. However, this will be somewhat of a mini boss. Because it's a mini boss, I need to go over combat traits. Now, following traits of this fight are the following. First one is tactics. Secondary, intuition checks. Next up is martial clash and arcane clash. Next up is the likes of ruthless. And lastly, legendary creature. So, What all these means, you guys know tactics and more. Basically, you guys get a minute and 30 seconds to discuss tactics if you need to and strategize. For martial clashes and arcane clashes, you guys know what it means. It means you can clash abilities of specifically the Kraken themselves, not the toads or anything like that. The Kraken hasn't revealed themselves, so they will, once you get them added to the battlefield, then you will be able to start analyzing them. Because of that, intuition checks will be on initiative 3, not initiative 2. All right. Now, as Addydark now that is unless Addydark decides to jump into the water and start, destroying the Kraken immediately before it arises. Or you decided to call them out where they are and then bring them into initiative by force. Of course, it's yours on whether you want to get creative with that. Now, next up is Ruthless. Ruthless means that when you go down and unconscious, these individuals will not hold back. They will strike you while you're on the ground and attempt to kill you. So, do not try to let individuals go to 0 HP expecting to heal them. Try to keep them up beforehand or suffer the consequences. Next up is the likes of Legendary Creature. This means this creature has legendary actions, meaning that it can take actions even when it is not its turn. Simple as that. All right, everybody, you guys know the dealio. You've been playing this for a while, but now it's time to put all of your strength and your tactics to the test. All right, I'll let you guys. Did you already roll for the Voden Knight tactics?
Yep, it's cores.
Cores.
All right, so top of the round. Before we do so, you guys have a minute and 30 seconds to discuss tactics. If you don't need it, then by all means, let me know.
Who do we want doing intuition checks? Just
good question.
Think that in the background. We ain't got to decide now. We can decide in the second tactics, but just think about that.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna go get water. Be right back. You guys can discuss.
I was gonna say, yeah, my character sheet is still NAN, so I can't even press nothing else.
Yeah, you got your D&D Beyond character sheet up though.
Yeah.
All right, you'll probably have to just roll through that and then go from there. Yeah, there's not really. I don't know why it's been doing that. It just happened to Navro the other day for some reason.
One question. What is Tally again? Claire?
Paladin.
She's
Paladin.
Paladin. Okay.
Uh,
I mean, since Cora didn't give us bless, I mean, she can.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
She's way up there.
Yeah.
She's about to get smacked up.
yeah, no, she's staying over there.
She about to re-injure that arm.
Yep.
Did you want me to go far away, or did you want me to? Do you want me to go to like that farthest one I could actually reach, or you want me to go up here?
I really don't know why y'all that deep. When Cora's
I recommend that we don't go too far away from each other, because you go too far over there, you get smacked up. It's gonna be hard to heal you, bro.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, just
you want me to stay there? I can't get this one.
Just go to the one to the right. The other ones go way before Azura, and they could probably come in range of her.
Okay.
And I think the Kraken is gonna reach out and grab whoever's near the water.
Probably.
And then y'all can go on.
And then just tactics wise, I will be shouting to the top of my lungs about the Kraken during my turn. So
Copy.
Copy.
I'll just probably blast shit from long range and not attacking anything that Gore is attacking.
I'm gonna blast things from longer range because I don't know.
No, bro.
30 seconds left.
We just here to crush, bro.
We don't know nothing. Let's see this first round.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, let's do this. All right, Gore of the Meadows. You look over and you see as the toads are beginning to form left and right, and as they're rushing over towards you, you're first to act. What do you have for us?
He's running up on old boy right here and give him the old what have you.
All right. As you do, you look over and you see as they begin to jump and leap left and right over towards you. That, Gore, make your attack rolls at disadvantage.
At disadvantage? Okay.
What is the reaction?
All right, that's fine. I thought I was gonna do something else, but for now, of course, we always figure out if we roll in the right way, and nope. Roll again.
16 will hit though. You are good to go. As you strike over into the individual, you see as they try to leap away from your axe, but the axe begins to find purchase into this creature's arm or leg. With that, that's a total of 20 points of damage for the first single strike, nearly cleaving them in half. You do have a secondary one. Make this with disadvantage, though.
Okay, got you. Copy. Because was that with disadvantage or that was regular? It's regular.
Regular. One more time. 26 and a
No
27.
problem.
That's what we like to see. That's 12 points of damage. Also add the Crimson Right on top of that. For an
No
extra
problem,
1
sir.
point of lightning damage. You strike into this one again, this time bringing the axe and slashing towards where you imagine its head to be. As this happens, the lightning begins to surge amongst it, almost starting to short circuit the creature. And with that, its defenses are failing. But it looks over towards you, and it sees that now it's time to either fight or flight. That, Gore, is that your turn, or you got anything for a bonus action?
That will cover me for now. Don't want to hit it with a curse. No curse yet. So yeah, I'll just keep it like that. And I'll hop back. I'll hop back a couple feet. Oh shit.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
hop back.
Yeah, and hop back. Let's say right here. Okay,
Alright.
and now my turn.
You got it. As you begin to do so, Cora, you receive initiative as you see your companions getting ready to fight everything in front of them. What would you like to do?
She's gonna move 5, 10, 15, and she's gonna cast Bless.
All right, casting Bless on who?
Bless will be. Okay. I'm gonna give it to Azura, Agni, and Zaman.
Dora, Agni, and Zaman.
And myself.
Dora, Agni, Zaman. So you're casting that at second level then?
Yeah.
All right. As you do cast a spell, you begin to grasp the likes of your holy symbol once more, and as the divine energy begins to flow over towards each of your companions, some of it begins to turn into a devilish hue and fiery flame for a moment. With that, as they begin to be guided by the likes of victory itself, ready yourself, as that is your action. You do have a bonus action though.
And then my bonus action, I'm just gonna move my weapon. Can I go? Oh no, I can't move it.
Oh, let me see if I can fix that. Yep, configure ownership. Alright, you should be able to move it now.
Five, 10, 15. Right there's fine.
Alright, we're gonna move it over, willing it forward. Anything else for you?
That's all.
Alright, as you begin to do so, Rose will look over to you and begin to say, Cora, now, try to lift the individual as you can, or even crush it where they stand.
Okay. Is that for my next turn or doing right now?
Right now, that. You see as they begin to point out the one of the individuals off to the side, begin to point out over towards the Nazgul Toad. Would you like to try and do so?
Yes, sir.
All right. As this begins to happen, Cora, you begin to look over, holding out your hand once more. Your eyes begin to start flashing sort of this green color for a moment, and you try to lift the individual up and try to crush it to where it stands. You heed the words of what Rose says, using bits of strength. However, as this begins to occur, feel that strength is what is necessary to defeat this individual. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, Cora.
Gotcha.
Also, you do have the bless, so it's going to have that d4. Well, a natural 20 for a total of 23. You don't even need the bless.
Oh, axe!
You lift up the creature, and you see Gore right in front of your very eyes. Its arms begin to start bending. They begin to start breaking, shattering, cracking, and more. Cora, you leave this individual mangled to a pulp. It will be knocked down prone, and it will be incapacitated. With that, all attacks against it have advantage. But as you look over towards it, Cora, brief visions begin to occur for a moment. You look over and you find yourself in a battle. battlefield. You look to your left and to your right, and the environment's not that of the sands. It's not even that of a forest. You find yourself in the snow. Looking to your left and right, you see as other warriors and other individuals are at your side, and you all begin to rush into battle. The visions begin to fade and end. You have to see what will happen next on your next turn. For now, Cora, that is your turn. We head over towards the likes of the Toads and then Addydark. This individual is incapacitated, he can't do anything. This individual is going to rush over, and they actually are going to look for a second. Well, they're going to see that everybody is sort of gathered up over here, and you'll see as they will begin to speak, and they say the following. Annihilating forces, annihilating enemy forces. And with that, almost a artillery can will begin to form, and you see as acidic bile begins to spit out from them. And with that, they're going to cast acidic bile. They are going to place it. Agni, are you in the air right now?
Yeah, that's why there's the feet.
Okay, they're going to throw it and chuck that sucker all the way over here. I need dexterity saving throws from all of you. Ooh, 1, 3, and 1. You guys are looking good for this one. You also have bless as well.
It's asking me to roll Constitution. You saying dexterity?
It's dexterity. Let me check.
Never
mind. Not dexterity. Constitution. You're right.
Does it hit Agni in the air?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Domi should also be in the air, so he should be cool too. But
Yeah, alright. Gotcha. 23, that'll save. 15, that will save. And then I need one from Cora, and I will make one for Pywo.
I did mine. I failed.
Not one. Alright, so you're going to take that full brunt. Pywo will also fail as well. So for those of you who fail, that'd be Pywo and Core. You're going to take the full 5 points of damage. Everyone else, you take half damage. Alright.
-2.
Agni's good. Zaman, you can. I will subtract it. It's going to be 2 HP. Unless you already
I
did
did it.
Alright,
I did it.
cool. That'll be the Toad's turn. It will look over and it will begin to ready itself to try to strike out again. Did it do its same thing? No, it can't do it. Not right now. Actually, it's gonna move over a little bit closer to Gore, but that's its turn. Next up is this one. They are going to use the dash action, and they're going to fly or start swimming over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 5, 60. Is that all their movement? No, they have a little bit more. They're going to start swimming all the way over towards the legs of Addydark and begin to jump over here. That is their turn. Addy, you find yourself surrounded by 2 massive toads. One is lifted in the air and one is on the ground. As they begin to form up, what would you like to do?
You said someone was like lifted in the air.
The one to the right is being lifted up in the air by Cora.
How high off the ground is it?
It's not much, it's like 5 feet.
And then I guess how tall is this tree?
This tree will come out about 15 to 20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to initially rage, I guess, and then throw some attacks and do some movement afterwards. Let's see.
No, as you do.
So Addydark is going to rage, and obviously he's going to become a toad and show them how to really be a frog. So he's going to take in water form.
As you do, you embody the likes of the were-toad, readying yourself for battle. That is your bonus action. You do have an action.
Yeah, I will toss out some attacks here.
It's going to be a 23 as you do. So, as you swing with the likes of advantage and more, you see as they begin to keep dodging and trying to move out from your path, you will swing with disadvantage, but because you are using reckless, it will cancel out. So for these, I need you to roll straight rolls. Now, luckily, you rolled a 16 for the first thing, so the first attack will hit. Second one, let me look at that. Yep, 12 is what you, or 12 will also hit. So both of those attacks will hit. From now on, just roll straight rolls if you're gonna do reckless attacks. Make sense?
Gotcha.
Didn't that one use its reaction already?
This one over here.
Yeah, the one he's attacking, because he went to go hit it during the surprise round and use this reaction.
Sure. Yeah, it's still doing the thingy.
No, yeah, I think it's the one that Gore hit used the reaction.
No, this is the one you hit.
Its effect is still going on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or would it? Surprise round. Actually, no, you're right. It wouldn't be. Yeah, you're right. But regardless, same result would happen. Right.
I was just making sure it's not infinite disadvantage around here.
It's pretty close, I will tell you that. Alright, so, Addy Dark, that is a 23 and 19 to hit. Wham, wham, you crack over towards them, nearly bludgeoning and shattering all of their exterior hull. But is there anything else you'd like to do, Addy Dark?
Yeah, I guess I just wanted to shout as loud as possibly that the Kraken is I guess, would I know like the distance, by the way?
Yep.
Could I like just yell?
20, you'd be able to see exactly.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll just yell this in the most Gorian way possible.
As you do, begin to shout out the likes of its location, and Agni, you're able to spot it from the likes of from the air, and you see as it's slowly forming and rising from the water, one by one, inch by inch. The tendrils beginning to get ready to lash out towards every last one of the Voden Knights. With that, as you call out its position, it's up to you guys on whether you'd want to attack it now. But Addy Dark, that is going to be your turn unless you are moving.
I'm surrounded. I gotta kick some butt first, I think.
Alright. Already took this toad's turn. Actually, they have moved, but now they need to do their another ability. They'll look over and they are going to send an acidic bile over towards the likes of Gore and the likes of this individual. Already looked at it. Their past perception does beat the likes of you, your stealth check. So acidic bile, they're going to throw it over towards this area. Reach it. Yes, they will, just barely. They're going to fire it over, and as they send it forth, I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from you, Gore, but you do actually have a bonus from the likes of Tally. He rolls a 1 though, but you will get a bonus 2 to your saving throw, Gore.
Man, what about this armor of acid resistance I'm rocking?
It's going to reduce the damage by half on top of this, so you still need to roll to see if you make it a quarter. So 11 will not succeed, so you will take half.
He also gets, because it's
Oh yeah.
He already succeeded?
He failed.
Oh yeah.
I get to roll again because of the whatchamacallit, right?
Nah, for chords you just get your proficiency added to 3.
3,
okay.
So 12 plus 2. Because of the likes of Tali and because of the likes of Korra, that will succeed. And only because of that, the blessing of Auroraverse begins to guide you as you're able to see this projectile flying over towards your way. This is not the perceived route of victory. You dodge, flying over off to the side, using a bit of the tree for cover. A bit of the acidic bile gets onto you, but the armor protecting you, or from a majority of the abuse. That is going to be a total of 3 points of damage to you, Gore.
And my flying, the fact that my feet have barely touched the ground, don't got to be done with, because I it didn't apply to, I wasn't high enough.
Nah, it still would hit you. Unless you were actively saying I am flying up 20 feet or 10 feet, then yeah, I'm assuming you're close enough to the ground where you'd be hit by this.
I'll take it.
All right, so that is that guy's turn. Next up, we have Zaman. What do you have for us?
Copy. The owl goes before me or after me?
We'll say it can be either or. It doesn't matter.
Copy. So the owl was up 60 feet, and it will like kind of use the sunlight to kind of create like a shine to itself to help Zaman. So he's kind of trying to like give like a slight blindness to whatever Zaman attacks.
Mine, you're trying to use the help action on yourself?
For the owl, yes.
The help action is touch, remember that. I'll give it to you this one time, but just remember that for future reference.
Copy. All good. That's fine.
As you begin to do so, it begins to glint and shine for a moment, and you have advantage as it begins to guide your strikes. Where are you shooting at?
Copy. He is going to attack this one right here with Gold Rush. So you see Zaman, he flips a coin, and he launches directly at that one over there. I think it's so it should be a straight roll for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second
22
one.
will hit, and the next one is with disadvantage. They're going to use a reaction. They're
Copy.
using their reaction automatically with this.
Yep, and it's alt for disadvantage, right?
Control for disadvantage.
Control.
19 double, or yeah, 20 and an 11 will definitely hit for 9 points of damage. With this one, you fire both of the gold coins, they strike into the individual. Thanks to the likes of your familiar, you're able to guide your strikes regardless. As it sends them flying backwards for a bit, is there anything else that would happen on your turn?
Yeah, his bonus action, he's gonna give the potion Cora gave him to Jeffrey, and just tell Jeffrey, stay within 15 feet of me. If I happen to go down, use this on me. And then he's going to back up.
All right, as you do. Cora, you begin to see as a random or invisible floating potion begins to start walking over towards you.
Wait, no, it's supposed to. He was telling Jeffrey to stay within 15 feet of him to use it on him, but like stay out of combat.
I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All good.
Ignore that. So, with that,
then
go ahead.
He's going to move his owl 60 feet towards Gore. That's going to. It's still in the air, but he is going to be next to Gore, and that will end his turn.
All right. That Nazgul Toad will begin to continue on. As it does so, this individual will begin to rush over, and it will. Actually, it's probably going to do this instead. It's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Will not get within range, so it's just going to use the dash action. It's going to end its turn here as it begins to rush over towards Gore and Tally. That is their one's go, and with that, we'll see as the Kraken begins to start writhing out, immediately sending a wave of water each and every which direction. And as it does so, we'll join the likes of initiative as you have summoned it forth, called the Kraken into battle. Looking over at it, you see as it has a metal exterior, bits and portions of its tentacles sort of attached by gears and wires. It looks over and you see as the eye itself is one of the only things that seem to be actually made of flesh when it comes to this creature. But looking over at it, it is now getting ready to strike and kill all of you. It will begin to use its first thing. It's gonna use its. Yeah, it's gonna strike down over towards. Oof. Yeah, it's kind of got it. But yeah, it's going to strike down over towards these individuals, either between Cora or Azora. Can't hit Agni. So, all right, here's what we're gonna do. Azora, you are odds. Cora, you are even. Agni, actually, we're gonna do a D4 because I can hit all three, any three of you. So Azora, you're 1. Cora, you're 2. Agni, you are 3. All right. That's going to be towards Azora. You'll see as it begins to start crackling with lightning, and you look up above and you see as thunder begins to start booming before it will crash lightning onto you. Azora, you have a D4 to this, but it will use lightning strike. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw or take 22 points of lightning damage. That is a.
I'm using my inspo from last session.
Fair enough. Roll one more time.
So that's 8 plus.
Ain't no saving that. That's 10.
Oh, it's 18. Oh, I didn't even see the DC. Oh, my fault. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, you ain't getting out of that one. As it strikes down into, you'll see as you are almost eviscerated from the lightning strike. It pierces almost pierces like your chest. And you feel almost tingly all around you. Bit of your hair is sort of frizzed up, but that is the Kraken's. That is its turn. It will stay exactly where it wants to be. All right, Nazgul Toad, this one is going to just begin to place itself, and you'll see as it drops down, almost like an artillery unit, begins to look over and fires it off towards you guys. It is going to fire another one. It's going to fire this one towards Addy Dark. Alright, it's gonna be acidic bile. I'm gonna have to remove the damage that these guys take if they're immune to it. Fine. I'm gonna hit you over here. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, Addy. Going to be a 17. That is good to go. You see as the acidic bile begins to form over you, you're able to take a brunt or a majority of the brunt of it, but that will be a total of 5 points of damage to you. All right, that is its turn. Next up in initiative is this one. This one is going to rush over. Actually, it's going to probably do the same, but this one's going to attack the likes of Agni. Acidic bile strike. It's going to be another saving throw. Constitution saving throw, Agni. Thing. And it is going to keep on raining fire. This one's actually going to start moving over. 18, you will succeed, so you will take 9 points of damage. Make your concentration check if you're concentrating on anything.
Yeah, I'm not concentrating on anything.
Alright, you can ignore them.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. I'm not concentrating on anything.
Alright, you're good. So with that, this one is going to rush over, and it is going to just start joining the lengths of the fight, but it will join over here. It's going to use the dash action, and is going to get over towards Tally and Gore. It will jump over, leaping, getting ready to strike over towards Tally, but that will be its turn. Next up is this one, and then it's going to be you, Azora. This one is going to look over towards Addy Dark, and it is going to just start trying to bite and tear, or getting ready to sort of pick you up off of the ground and just try to consume you whole. Is going to make one attack roll. It's going to be 18 to hit, 8 points of damage. And does it make you a Constitution saving throw? No. But as you take the likes of the damage, you are considered restrained as it grabs you and holds you where it wants you. And as this is going to happen, it is going to try to use its ability, and it is going to try to consume you. I'm going to make a bite attack again. Oh, go ahead.
Are you? Sensei, I think Addy attacked recklessly, so I think you have advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But also, can it not grapple since he's in frog form? It can't be grappled.
Ooh, oh yeah, isn't that the case?
I was gonna mention that. Yeah, I was gonna mention that, but
that is good that you can't be grappled. That is actually perfect. It will not try to consume you because it does not have a hold of you, but it will roll one more time with the advantage. 23. It's gonna be 19 points of damage, but I think the bludgeoning damage is a little bit worse on this one. Let me add that so it's give you your health back. Plus 8, and then I wish it just automatically did the thing like it's supposed to. All right, so you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage instead of 8. All right, that will be its turn, and then our first attack, it will use its second attack over on you, Addy Dark. It will be advantage. 15 to hit, 13 points of damage, and that's going to be a little bit halved. You're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage rather than 3. All right, and with that, that is the creature's turn. We look over towards Zorlunista. The Nazgul Toad is next, and then War Chief Agni, you are on deck afterwards. Go for it.
Does this affect something on the ground?
Nah.
Yeah,
you can ignore it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, she will, if this thing lets me, she's gonna she's gonna second wind to heal up. So 11. So you see her take a deep breath, and then she uses her boots to teleport forward. And then
doesn't the take a bonus action?
Might be. All right, so let's not do that. Hold on, she's gonna regular walk 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess less cool.
For flavor, you're able to do it. You're able to teleport and immediately appear over there, but not mechanical.
Gar, are you trying to kill this one right here that's near death? All right. She's gonna go right here, and then she's gonna get the swing. She's gonna try to take this one out first.
As being to do so, you notice as this one on the ground is incapacitated, so you do have advantage on it.
I thought Gore was trying to take that one out. Am I wrong?
You didn't say anything.
I don't know. He's far away.
Yeah, I mean, I have the mobility in between my feet. I should be able to hit both, but that's up to you. I told you what my goal was with it. My preference would be for you to deal with the other one.
Fine. Yeah, she'll hit this one.
All right.
So that's yes, that would be at disadvantage.
Yes, it's gonna use this reaction.
Okay. Yo, I cannot find on her sheet the attack. Oh, there we go.
Going to be a 20 to hit with disadvantage. You slice over, and that's going to be 13 points of damage for the first strike.
Yep. You see her go over here. You see her immediately jab her blade in, and as she does, you see it begins to frost over as she begins to ignite it. To like, you just see this ice shard start sparking out of the toad.
With that, 16 points of damage added on top of that, and it will begin to look over. I guess Pyro needs to be in initiative as well. He'll just go after your turn, Azor, if that's okay. So, let's use quick strike. You swing over towards them. You used your bonus action already, and that is your movement. That will be your turn, correct?
So because I wouldn't hit that, she would have hit this one. She wouldn't have moved that extra, so I would have moved an extra 5 feet back. I'm in air stance, so there's no opportunity attacks.
All right, as you begin to do so, Pyro begins to look over, and they will begin to try to follow up on your first strike, and they're gonna send a firebolt towards this guy. Natural 20, goddamn! You see as
Dracarys!
as you freeze them over for a bit, you'll see as the firebolt begins to strike over them, and you'll see as they melt into nothingness. And with that, that is one kill for Pyro. See, he does a little backflip, and then just begins to ready himself on your shoulder.
And what's his movement?
Pyro, it's 30 feet.
Okay, and how far is Firebolt? I have no clue.
120.
Okay, bro. Yeah, she would tell Pyro to get up out of here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hey, Hero Forge literally just followed me on Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Hey, there you go.
Appreciate it. All right,
yeah, she'll have Pyro move here, 30 feet away.
All right. That is your turn. We'll look over towards the Nazgul Toad, and Agni, you are next. This individual, they're just gonna keep spamming it until they have no other reason not to. You'll see as they begin to take into an artillery stance, they'll fire off another acidic bile over towards, kind of towards Tali and Azora. You are within range of Tali's aura, I believe. I could be wrong. Nah, you're just out of it. Just barely out of it. All right, so they're going to send it flying over towards them. We'll kind of move over here, and they will send that sucker over there. It's going to be over in this general location.
Well, Pyro should have moved 30 feet over here.
Okay, I'll move him. Here, I'm going to just move it over here and then drag it over. But Tali's gonna make the Constitution saving throw. Dang, she's not rolling hot. That's only a 12 or 12 to save. And with that, she's gonna take the full 10 points of acidic damage. With that, does she roll? She's not an initiative either. For some reason I'll fix that. And I'll have her go in 1 second. Oh, perfect. She rolled dog shit too. All right, so that is an 8. That will fail. You will take a total of 10 points of acid damage on top of that. You see as the acidic bile starts forming and starting to burn and tear through your armor, ripping it to shreds. But Tali will look over, and it will be her turn. She is going...
DC was 12, right?
No. Not for those. DC 15.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They are going to... who is not blessed?
Herself, Gore, and Addy.
There we go. Yeah, okay, there's more than one person. All right, cool. So she is going to use her action. She's going to kind of take a little bit of a defensive stance, begin to use the likes of her shield, and as she bangs onto it, she screams out towards the likes of Iroas and says, "Iroas, guide me, and guide our allies to victory." You'll see as divine light begins to pour out from her, and as it begins to shine over her, it shines towards Gore, and it then begins to shine towards Addy Dark. She's going to position herself so she can get both of them as she casts Bless on all of you. All right, you guys get a D4 to saving throws and attack rolls now. All right, you will begin to concentrate on that. God damn, is it nice to have the entire team blessed. Look at that. Beautiful thing. All right, that is Tally's turn for her action. Does she have anything as a bonus action? She does not. And nothing unless she wants to use right now. All right, Agni, you are up. Seeing the battlefield and watching how it begins to play forth in front of you, what would you like to do?
Yeah, he scans the battlefield, notices his opportunity, and as he does so, he claps his hands together, and a large ball of fire kind of forms in his hand, and you see him shoot it straight down into the ground. As this fire now travels along the ground, and he is casting a fireball, basically right here.
All right, you got it. That. As you're casting fireball over here, they will take the brunt of it, but they are in water. This one over here, they'll at least get advantage for the saving throw, but they can still take the full damage. But everybody else is going to be same thing as usual.
Yep.
All right.
Hold on, let me cast this. Here we go. Hit them. Hit those 3. Not going perfect.
Also, it's going to, or the Kraken's going to use a legendary action after this. All right. And throw. It's going to be 17, 16, and 14 for them. So, the 17, that is going to be this guy over here. He will succeed your DC and take a total of 13 points of damage. Now, with that, the other ones, however, 16, does that succeed or fail?
It fails. My save is 17.
Gotcha. So they will both fail, and they will both take a total of 27 points of damage. God damn. All right, that's going to be 13 points to this guy. Another 27 points to this guy. As the flames begin to start forming and consuming each and every one of them, Gore, you look over, and their entire exterior is glowing red hot. With that, Agni, is there anything else for your turn?
Yeah, after that kind of leaves his hands and his hands are still smoking from the fire, you notice that the smoke kind of quickly disperses, and in his hands, vines start to grow and wrap around him. As he'll bonus action use Karametra's protection.
All right, as you do, begin to gain 1 AC as the vines begin to wrap around you. Do you need me to do that, or do you have it?
I'll do that, and I'm good where I'm at. That's my turn.
All right, with that legendary action, this individual is going to. They are going to begin to look over at the battlefield, and they will see what's going. Actually, you know what? Nah, they're not going to use the legendary action. They're gonna sit pretty. They're gonna sit pretty. That will be their turn. All right, first round is up. You guys can decide, or first do intuition checks, then we'll go into tactics. All right, who is making the checks though?
If it's a mechanical creature, I think I have proficiency. I might even have advantage. So I can make them, but I don't know who else want to make them.
You wouldn't want
So look at you, dog.
per usual. I don't even know why we go over this.
All right, me and Agni.
You and the chief, boy.
All right, with that 8 plus 6, that's going to be 14. That will not be enough. 14. Also, Zaman, you do actually have advantage on this, so one more time, just in case of a 20.
Copy.
Would Bless count for this or no?
Nah, because it's an ability check.
Okay,
But
got it.
16, that is enough to at least identify one ability. Now, I assume you are identifying the Kraken, but you can also choose to identify the Toad.
That was even a chorus thing, by the way.
Nah, that doesn't.
Coursing does not affect this.
Copy.
All right, so Toad or Kraken?
Kraken.
All right, so the Kraken has the following abilities that you can identify. Not as Kraken lair because you're not, or you guys are not fighting it in its lair. But you can identify its legendary actions. You can identify amphibious. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You can identify fling, lightning strike, ink cloud, or lightning repulsion.
So if we identify his legendary actions, we'll know all of his legendary actions.
You'll know what is capable, or which actions it's capable of doing as a legendary thingy. That's more of a thing where it's like, okay, after you kind of know its abilities, you can or if you don't know its abilities, you can just look at that and you'll say, oh, okay, it can do that little fling attack or whatever, or it can do that little lightning attack or whatever as a legendary action, as an example. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not.
Copy. So, can you repeat the actions again? It was fling, it was the lightning strike.
So fling, lightning strike, ink cloud, tentacle attack, and lightning repulsion.
Ink cloud.
Oh, and technically you can also identify the bite attack. Yeah, that's important.
Lightning repulsion. Okay, and then bite attack. All right. I think it makes more sense for us just to identify the legendary actions so we know which ones are possible. What do you guys think?
Do it.
The only thing is we can't clash those. I'm pretty sure.
That's true. I mean, alternatively, we can just identify light fling or lightning strike.
Fling, lightning strike, or lightning repulsion is my
Yeah,
choices.
agreed.
All right, let's do lightning repulsion. Let's do lightning repulsion.
That's a very good one. So, let me explain what lightning repulsion does. This is probably the worst one. After a creature finishes a turn, or basically attacks the likes of this Kraken, the Kraken may use a reaction to absorb half of the damage and launch it back towards an enemy of their choice in a lightning bolt. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw DC 16 or take full damage back towards it, half on a save. That is what lightning repulsion does.
Ugh.
So let's say
Arg.
Azora did 96 points of damage to the Kraken. The Kraken would take half of that damage and then throw 96 damage back at Azora if she failed to save.
So Kraken takes half. And then what was the DC for the dexterity save?
You would know it. It would be 16.
16 dexterity save.
Or wait, hold on. Is that wrong? No, my bad. It would be 18. Same thing with all their other DCs. My bad.
Bro, get that out of here, Azora. Alright, cool. Can launch the damage back at the creature. It takes half damage. The creature will take full damage based on a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so if that's the case, then you guys are good to go. You guys have a minute and 30 seconds to discuss tactics. Starting the timer now.
I think we just kind of, me and Zaman start taking out these further ranged people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how comfortable you guys are with trying to get in that water, though.
Bruh, I've been in this water before. It is treacherous.
Should I bring the Kraken? I wonder if I could push the Kraken further. Probably not. Should I worry about the ones next to Addy?
I would say me and Acne focus on long range. Cora can probably focus on like mid range. And then Azor, Gore, and Addy Dark just focus on anybody that gets close as far as the ads. I would say try to get them, draw them away from the water so that, you know, the Kraken may not be able to attack you from as far as away. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we should not be jumping in that water until we kill these ads.
yeah, kill the ads and then I guess try to get the Kraken.
Yeah, it'd be
So,
cool to
yeah.
try and
Kill
push
ads,
the
pull,
Kraken.
get the Kraken out of the water. Basically, we trying to keep this fight on land, right?
Yeah, we
Yes.
definitely trying to keep this shit
All
on
right,
that.
bet.
And I would say maybe Core, you guys, you trying to push it isn't a bad idea. Like push it further away.
We don't want it in melee. We don't want it here. You push it away. I mean, they could just keep shooting lightning strikes at you guys.
I guess I don't want it on the land when there's 5 of these
That-
enemies.
Tactics
Okay.
has ended. Minute and 30 seconds have passed. That we rush over towards the next individual in the likes of combat, but we start off with Gore of the Meadows. You look over and you see as your allies join over towards you, but now you find yourself surrounded either in corpses or in more enemies. Gore, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna swing. I have a quick question. Does the brand of castigation does it move like Hunter's Mark does when it kills somebody or not?
Yeah, you can mark somebody again with it. So you just have to hit somebody with the Crimson Ray, and it's a free action to apply it.
All right, cool. So then I can keep it applying. That's all I wanted to make sure. So, yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing in this dude. Do.
28. Did you roll one more time with disadvantage just in case?
Alright.
15. Nah, you're good with that bless. That's gonna be enough. So, Gore, as you look over towards this individual, one single swing. How do you want to kill them?
Gore is gonna be looking at the flames that are coming right off of what Agni just did, and just follow up and clean up that thing. And a lightning bolt comes, zaps it, crushes it in half, and Gore looks at something else. So he's not done.
You look over. You have your second attack. Where are you swinging?
He goes right to this dude that's laying on the ground and proceeds to pull his metal pants down and get to action.
Oh God! You swing with normal because it is incapacitated.
Okay, got that.
22, 9 points of damage. You don't even need to roll the other thing. How do you want to kill him again?
Gore basically, he just went, and once that flame was done, it's almost like a lightning strike just jumped between the two and split them in half. And with that, Gore is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15 right here. And I'll go ahead and end my turn.
All right. As you do, you get ready and you prepare yourself for what's to come next. Cora, you look over and you see as Gore begins to slash left and right. Everyone holding it down in the front lines, but we look over towards you. What would you like to do?
Cora's gonna 5, 10, 15, and I'm just gonna guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Begin to send forth and trying to conjure all the divine energy before sending it into one single ray towards the enemy. All right. Done so. Yeah, as long as it has its reactions, and unless you guys are taking those away, it will still be at disadvantage, my friend.
I'm just gonna roll it twice.
All right. Oof. No need to roll it twice. Then.
Yeah, no need
to.
to.
Is gonna miss. You send it forth, and it strikes over. You flies for a second. You're trying to conjure or concentrate on the likes of the psionics and lifting these individuals up. But using the little bit of divine magic, you're juggling just too many things at once. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, or inspiration or anything?
I'm gonna just move my weapon over more.
All right, you can drag it. As it begins to soar through the sky, or you guiding it, you get ready to swing towards an enemy, if you wish.
20. No, I can't even reach.
All right. So, Cora, as you begin to look over, you send the likes of the Warhammer over towards the likes of Adidark. You notice as Rose begins to look over towards you and says, Cora, be quick, be swift. You must act now, or you will forever forfeit the likes of this opportunity. The toads, now clear a path and then towards the Kraken. With that, you'll see as Rose will begin to start activating the likes of her own psionics and begin to start lifting the likes of the Kraken slowly but surely, but she's going to need a little bit more strength. She needs your assistance. As she asks you to be swift and fast, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Cora.
Under.
19, you have the D4 from Blessed. That will succeed with Blessed. No need to roll it. You look over, and as you begin to try to motion forth, almost trying to clear a path between the likes of the toads, your eyes shine green for a moment before visions begin to pour into your mind again. Cora, you find yourself on the battlefield, that same scene in the snow, surrounded by multiple warriors as well. You see as some of them are also Yasudans or Samadans. can't tell, but you notice as they definitely are dressed like you and how Zale were before. You see as you rush over towards the battle with a swiftness, and you notice as each and every one of your allies strike down every single opposition in your path. You notice as what you are up against, you swing, you crush, you bludgeon the likes of the corruption, astral forces as they surround you, almost like zombified figures. They begin to throw themselves at you and your army. You swing left and you swing right with your club, slinging spells with the likes of all of your warriors. However, you look around for a moment, and you find that your troop surrounded by more and more of the corruption. With each one that you take down, it grows more and more in number, and you, Aura, begin to slowly look for more strength. Whatever this seems to be, it seems like you'll be needing to dig in for the night, for the rest of this fight. That, the visions begin to fade once more. You find yourself on the battlefield with this Kraken. Aura, that is your turn, correct?
I just got 15 feet more of movement. I'm just going to move here. And I'm going to look at Agni. And I'm going to tell Agni, on your when you strike, use all of your strength. And that's just me using the help action.
All right. Gotcha. So with that, next up, we're gonna go over towards this toad, and then it's gonna be the second one, and then Addy Dark's turn. This one is going to get to swinging over on Gore. It'll rush over and try to just leap and pounce onto you, and it's going to just take a massive bite out of you. All right, it's gonna be an attack roll. The first one it's gonna be a 9. That misses completely. They sort of overshoot it, and as they do, they skid off to the side before they rush over and try to bite you again. Second attack. Ooh, they're rolling terrible. That's a 9 and a 10. Those will both miss. All right, that is its turn. Next up is this one. This one is going to look over towards Addy Dark, and it is going to just try to grab and tear. Same thing like last time. This is going to be with advantage because of the reckless attack. 23 to hit and 18 points of damage total. I'm going to half the 9, and that is going to be 4 points of damage instead of you taking the full 9 because you're raging. As they strike down into you, they bite and rip a chunk of your flesh out, but they continue the onslaught and the assault. Second attack with advantage. 21, 13 points of blood, or 13 points of damage total. I'm gonna have the 6 to 3. As this one, they're actually beginning to try to lift you up, but you're too slippery to be able to get grabbed. At this point, they almost just barrel into you before they realize they're not able to make enough purchase. They're going to get ready to just jump and leap away.
Always remember, it's a whip bar, so.
With that, they are going to... This one is going to leap. Actually, nah, it's gonna stay where it's at. All right, Addy Dark, your turn. What would you like to do? Actually, yeah, fuck, I'm just gonna use it because it hasn't used it yet. Before you take your turn, it is going to, or the Kraken is going to use a legendary action. It is going to use its lightning strike ability, and it will send it forth. It's going to look over towards Agni and see them flying in the sky, and they're going to try to bring them down to the ground. You'll see as the Kraken begins to raise all of its tentacles up, forms a little bit of a lightning bolt as if it's almost conjuring a spell, and it will fire towards you. Agni, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw in just a bit, or take 20 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, I ain't passing that.
Yeah, 13, that will fail. Bless can't save, so you will take the full 20 points of damage.
Yeah, as it hits the runes on his yeah. As it hits the runes on his shell will start to glow, seeing the incoming attack, and they'll project up as he casts absorb elements to reduce some of the damage.
All good, all good. That you will take 10 points of damage, and I will give that. There you go.
Oh wait, oh yeah, lightning. Okay, just make it. I thought it was, yeah, I'm good.
All right, so if that's the case, Addy Dark, now it is your turn. That legendary action is done.
Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna swing twice recklessly towards the dude on the right. My is all fucked up right now. So if you could take those rolls. I hate to say that out loud. I hate to ever use those words. Key, can you take those rolls? Yeah. But yeah, right now it's a tough life.
So these are reckless attacks always, right?
Yeah. Two reckless attacks, and then based off of that, I'm gonna decide what to do with my bonus action.
All right. So first one is you have 3 actual. Oh, okay. Never mind. I see what you're talking about. Are both of these strikes going to one individual or just one to each?
It's all gonna go to the one on the right.
Got it. As you begin to do so, you ready yourself for the fight, and you begin to just send one singular punch into this individual. It's gonna be a straight roll. 13, that's enough to hit them for a total of 11 points of damage. Second strike, 20, even better, 9 points of damage. You strike into them. You see as they try to leap away, but you're too fast as you're able to almost completely bludgeon and eviscerate them with one punch. All right, that is your action. You have your bonus action.
Can I push the dude that I hit 5 feet away?
Sure thing. 5 feet away, you knock them into the water as they begin to start swimming and flailing.
And then I think I want to shift with my bonus action.
All right. Shifting with the bonus action. As you do, you embody that. I will cast it for you so you can get all those sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Shifting feature, you are the Beast Hide, so that's going to be an increase to your AC at D6 temporary hit points. I will add that to you. It's going to be 3 HP and temp HP, and your AC is going to go up to 16 now. You look over, and as you begin to embody the likes of the were-toad even more, your skin begins to get even more slippery, and you almost are pretty much impossible to grab. You're even struggling to almost hit them at this point. You are this fast, especially with the rain added towards it. Addy Dark, that is your action. That is your bonus action. I assume that's your turn, then.
Yeah, no additional movement at this time.
All right, next up is Nazgul Toad. They're going to continue artillery fire, and they're going to... Yeah, you guys are the only... They're going to actually... Yeah, this one's actually going to rush over, and they're going to sit their happy ass down here. Begin to look up. They're going to fire over towards Cora. And send the acidic vial towards you. All right, Cora, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw in just 1 second. And can I hit anybody else? Nope, they can't, so they're going to hit you. 15 points of damage, nearly rolling max. All right, Constitution saving throw. 21 plus the bless, you are good to go. But I do need you to make a concentration check. Uh, 16, that will be enough. All right, you maintain concentration on bless. That will be their turn. Look towards the Mon, and then it's the Kraken's turn. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, let me look at one thing. Cost. Never mind. All right, never mind. You are good. Zaman, your turn is up, or your turn is now.
Copy. Did Bless drop? Is that what I heard?
Nah, Bless is
no.
still up.
He said,
All right, cool.
Totally wait.
All right, he's do the same thing. He is going to use Gold Rush on one of the further toads.
All right, Gold Rush, you got it. Send forth the strikes, and we'll see what happens. Let me remove these guys from this too. Oh, no, I already did. Disadvantage, that's going to be a 12. That will still hit. You strike over towards them, dealing an extra, actually, no need to have to bless. Dealing 12 points of damage. How do you want it? Or, no, never mind, I thought you were hitting the other guy. That guy's still alive, though. But you do have a second strike.
Copy.
18 with disadvantage, doesn't matter. You can send or continue to send the golden coins over towards them. What does this look like? They're still alive, but they are definitely heavily damaged.
You see, Zaman is like playing with the coin in his hand. He's like flicking them. He's trying to like hit the weak point, so it's like trying to hit him in the legs and the eyes, to attempt to kill it. Then he's going to use his bonus action to give Cora help. And then he's gonna have Thomi fly down and give Zora help. So he'll be near the ground now.
All right. So with that is going to be over here. Did you already move? Oh, there you go.
Yep.
And then they are on the ground now, correct?
Yeah, it had to fly. It was up 60 feet, so it had to use his full movement to give Zora help.
All right. So Zora, you have advantage on your next strike. Amon, that is your turn.
He's gonna back up soon. He's gonna get back to where he was because he's just wanting to give Cora help and then go back to where he was. He moved 15 feet. He moved 15 feet back.
All right. That Kraken's turn. They'll look over and they'll analyze the likes of the battlefield and they'll realize what needs to be done. They will. Well, let's make sure to see. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Alrighty. We're about to go for a ride. 5, 10, 15. They are going to rush over here. And actually, hold on. Where got everything? Yeah, they're going to actually place themselves right over here. Now we're going to do this. This is, of course, out of range. What about Aetheria? Aetheria is in range. Okay, and then what about Tally? She's out of range. Okay. First things first, they're going to make a tentacle attack over towards Aetheria. As you see, as it lashes over, getting ready to wrap around you and just get ready to toss you. This is going to be their first attack. This is also with advantage. That is a 20 to hit and 20 points of bludgeoning damage as they wrap around you and begin to start gripping and restraining you. However, you can't be restrained because of the water toad form, so that will be their attack towards you. Second thing will be, and hold on, make sure. They will begin to reach over and they're gonna start swimming about. All right, they're gonna get a little bit closer, kind of towards the edge, and they are going to look over. All right, 20 feet will hit Tally, 20 feet will hit Cora, or Azora and Gore. So they're gonna roll a D3 to see who's gonna get hit. All right, Gore, you're 1. Zora, you're 2. Tally is 3. That's gonna be Gore of the Meadows. It'll look over, and as it does, it will begin to get ready to send another tendril over towards you. Getting ready to flick itself over. That is a natural 20 for a 32 to hit. 37 points of bludgeoning damage to get ready to just grab you and just toss you off to the side.
Ow.
With that,
I'm gonna do his cane soup.
all right, that is their thing. With that, Gore, you are now grappled and restrained. Look over, and with that, you are not going anywhere as you are just being held and almost completely just crushed between the legs of this individual's or tentacles. That is its go.
I have one quick question, Sensei.
Yes.
Would the grapple be restrained for the tactics that we have?
Would the grapple be restrained for the? What do you mean by that?
Because that's what we rolled. That's why we've been helping. So negative status effects are suppressed this round. I have no idea if that counts for restraint.
While active, additional return with a bonus. Are suppressed while active. No. The reason why is because I would imagine the way I viewed this one, so it wouldn't be broken like, oh, you can never get hit with negative status effects. I imagined it more so as a cleanse rather than anything.
All
So
good.
it's like, okay, you
Attacks.
guys are in pain or whatever, you guys are struggling, and then Agni would show up and be like, hey, there's no progress unless there's pain, and then you cleanse it. That's what I always imagined it.
Okay, cool with me.
All right. So with that, that is that thing's turn. Unless that's a bonus action. Nah, that's gonna be it. It will get its legendary actions over, and it will begin to go to the Nazgul Toad's turn. This one is going to send another acidic file. It's going to hit Tally, the Owl, and Azora once more. Firing again. If it's got an old trick, it's going to keep on using it and abusing it until you guys fall. Alright, it's going to actually conjure it in a way where it's going to hit Pywo as well. And hit all 4 of you for grouping up. It's going to be 10 points of damage. You do get the bonus from Tally for being within 10 feet of her, so a +2 to those. God damn, Tally.
Yo, these rolls are horrible. Yo, Azora, your rolls have been trash for saves.
Alright, so that's not gonna save no matter what. Tally's gonna try to make that Constitution saving throw for Bless. Saving throw 13. Yep, she'll succeed. Bless is still up. The Owl is knocked unconscious and just begins to vanish as it is struck by the acid. Now for the likes of Pywo, he is... I think he's also out. Did he fail? Yeah, he failed on 11. Wait, hold on. Does he get the D4? He does get the D4. He needs a 4 to succeed and maybe live. Not enough. All right. Pywo is knocked unconscious, and you'll see as he begins to have this sort of swirly symbols over his eyes as he is donezo. That is the Nazgul Toad's turn. We have a second one, and then it's going to be a third one, and then Azora's turn. This one is going to look over and see Zaman off to the side. It's going to actually make its way over towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Gonna be its turn. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't go that far. Actually, fuck it, it's gonna just jump. It is going to jump 20 feet over here, and now it's gonna move the rest of the 60 feet. And it is going to send another acidic vial. It's going to send it over towards you, Zaman.
Copy.
All right. We'll see. 13 points of damage. You need to make a con save. That 20 will succeed. You are not concentrating on anything, so you are good to go. You take 6 points of acid damage as it starts burning through a little bit of your suit. You're more so worried about the fact that it destroyed a bit of your suit rather than the damage you took, though. All right. That is its turn. Kraken's going to use a legendary action, and it is going to use its fling action on Gore while it has you grappled. Action. Yep.
Here we go.
All right. It is. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, it's just gonna. It's going to grab you, and you'll see as it begins to hold you right in front of its eyes before it literally just grabs you and flings you exactly what the move says, and you go flying 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and you just crash all the way into this tree, smashing into the ground. As you begin to roll over to the side, it is going to, I'll make sure I got that right. I don't want to, so yeah, it would throw you pretty much directly at the bridge instead. So not towards the tree, towards the bridge. Just breaking it or leaving a huge imprint of a sprite onto it. Now with that, you're going to take a total of, I believe it's 4d6. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Now I just gotta ask, does he got advantage because he got wings?
Yo, bro, I was gonna ask if that had to do anything with nothing.
Like you know that air drift, like
yo, boy can't control himself. Like I'm not.
He's been flying since day one. He don't walk. That wing strength got to be something.
I don't know, cause it's like maybe, but also if you're not a bird, it's a little bit different.
Bro,
I'll give you a +3. I'll give you a +3.
All right, this is dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Bro, all right.
Good, you got blessed too.
16 +3, no need to roll more. So you will take the damage, but you won't be knocked prone. All right, yeah. So as it strikes into you, you take the full 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Hold on, actually, let me make sure I got that right. Mistake that. Okay, never mind. That's for something else, actually. You know what? We're gonna take that back. They're not gonna throw you over there. They're gonna instead take you
Bro,
They're
I
gonna.
knew this was gonna happen, bro. Go ahead, do it. Do it. Whatever it is, I
throw you
feel
at
it.
somebody else.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take that. That's not what I
Alright.
thought was gonna happen.
They can't hit Agni. You're in the air. Can't hit Zamon. You're over there. Can hit Addydark. You're 50 feet away. They're gonna hit Azora or Tally. I'm gonna roll a d4. Odds is Tally. Even is Azora. Even as Azora, they're gonna throw it at you. As this happens, you see just almost like a fastball special, or a sprite just getting thrown over towards you. Azora, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You have Bless, and you also have the +2 from Tally. So that is 11 plus 2. Thank God for Tally, and thank God for Bless, because that will succeed the DC of 13. You will take... you take any damage, or are you good? Take the same damage, or be knocked around. So you take nothing. As you are able to just look over to see Gore flying over towards you, you see as he rolls, making an imprint onto the ground. You're able to dodge out of the side, off to the side, not taking anything. All right, that will be the Kraken's legendary action. Next thing up is the Nazgul specialty Toad. This individual's... Oh, good.
She grabs him in the air. She says, "On your feet." Well, on, you know what I mean. On your feet.
Get up!
Oh, it's quick one. Oh, what's going on? All right.
You're definitely seeing stars right now, but as you look over, you look towards the sign, you see as the Nazgul Toad is getting ready to just climb its way, almost like the Terminator looking over towards you. You see its sparks are flying at you, Dark, as it just lunges over, and it jumps 20 feet into the sky before almost barreling and pile driving into you. They're gonna swing again at advantage, as usual. 23 to hit, 9 points of damage. You will reduce a lot of the damage, so instead of the 6, you're going to take 3. Nice. All right, and that is going to be his first attack. He's going to make his second attack. 23 to hit, 6 points of damage. It's going to reduce that 3 to 1.
These toads be from Chicago, bro. I swear I got like 37 23s on me.
You're the only one in the front lines
wild.
Besides Gore.
Yo,
Gore
this is
killed
wild.
everybody.
They stay in Chicago. These are Chicagoan toads, bro.
They are just stomping you out.
Yo, Addy wanted the smoke. They heard the bigotry, bro. And this is what you get.
All right.
Yo,
Azora, you're
bro,
up.
the hate is real.
She goes here, and she gets swinging. That's all a free person can do. Now she's at advantage. Is this thing still with the slick?
Yep. Until you guys have a way of disabling disadvantage or taking its reaction away.
Alright.
Yeah. It will do
Well,
it.
I got advantage from early, but Sodai's a straight roll.
Yep. Great roll. 24 to hit, 16 points of damage. That's all you need. How do you want to kill them?
Yeah, so you see her move towards it. She just is going to run right past it. And you see as she runs past it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see as she runs right past it, she has the blade driving right through it. You see it just split in half as icicles pop out as she goes to hit this one. And she is going to go into water stance for some advantage to make it a flat roll.
All right. Go for it.
Yep.
19. That's going to hit for 15
Plus,
points of
plus
damage.
2, so 17.
Plus 2. I will add that. All right. Minus 2. What does the strike look like?
So yeah, as she runs up, she jumps and spins and comes down with a nice vertical slash on this one, and she stands right in front of his face and pops this potion because Streets is getting crazy.
Oh, they're about to get even crazier because guess what? This guy's going to use his legendary action, and they're going to pick up one of the dead Toad robots. If you're wondering why I didn't delete their tokens. And they're going to pick it up, and they're going to fling it at one of you guys. All right, they're going to fling it at the furthest person away to get the most damage as well. 20 feet, 15 feet. They're going, yeah, they're going to have to. They have the Ruthless trait. They have to aim to kill. Sorry, guys. They are going to aim it towards Addydark. They're the only one that's in range. That's the furthest away to take the most amount of damage. Addydark, as you have yourself sort of cornered off to the side, you'll see as the Kraken just chucks one of the corpses over towards you. And as it does, you feel the entirety of metal and Nazgul specialties cracking across the back of your head. You look over, but reckless intent Barbarian strength and dexterity and agility begins to kick into play. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. And also, thank you, Matt, for the raid. Appreciate you. Hope that went well.
You said saving throw, right?
Yep, dexterity saving throw with advantage.
And you ain't got nothing plusing us right now, right? Nothing's cast on me.
Bless.
I do. That's a D4, yeah.
Dexterity saving throw would succeed. That's 17. So you see as the Kraken begins to pick up the individual, it flings it over towards you and you're able to dodge out of the way. You notice as the scrap metal begins to keep rolling over before it eventually falls into the likes of the water. With that, it is out of commission. But that is Azora's turn. That is his legendary action. Nazgul Toad over here will begin to take its action. It's going to send an acidic bile over towards...
This Toad just started healing?
This one?
It's uninjured or something?
Or what the fuck? Oh, you had him targeted. That's why you healed him.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, so 17 damage on him.
I'm like, that's not right. All right, it'll look over and it's going to send... God damn, I hate to do it. This is rough. But it's going to send an acidic bile over towards Gore and the... Actually, no. It's going to send it over towards... It's either Gore and Tali or Agni or Korra. All right, so Gore and Tali is going to be 1 and 2. Agni is 3, and then Korra is 4. Did it roll? That's 1. All right, it's going to send it over towards Gore and Tali. You'll see as it begins to fire off another acidic bile, and it is looking spooky today. All right. This is acidic.
Oh.
All right, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Gore. You will succeed. No need for the bless. I will roll. She will also succeed and take 4 points of 4 points of acid damage. More and more of it beginning to spill onto the likes of your shields and your armor.
Even with the resistance, it's not just 2 for me.
It is just 2, actually. It's already.
Gotta make sure, boy. Gotta make sure.
God damn. All right, hey man, every HP counts right now. Okay, so with that, Tali's going to gain initiative. She's going to look over towards you. Yeah, you're fucking dying. She's going to help out with that. She's going to... does she have healing word? No, they don't get healing words. So she's going to give you the likes of... Fuck all that. Rolling, she's going to just give you... 25 points of HP, Gore. As she begins to look over, she says, "On your feet, stand! There's no need to rest. We must."
No, it's doing. I'm not usually like this. All right, Gore's a little off.
Do what I heard you say. Do best. Crush. And they're gonna hit you with 25 points of HP. With lay on hands. And with that, I don't think they can use anything as a bonus action. Yeah, all of its concentration. They will. Yeah, they're. Yeah, I assume. Well. Yeah, they'll just use this. They'll use it for now. They want to do damage, but they also want to make sure that you guys stay alive, and they realize that Gore is more powerful than them for right now, so they're gonna let you do your thing. All right, Agni, you are up. They'll back up though a little bit, and they'll move out of the way to separate.
Agni scanning the battlefield. He's going to attempt an arcane clash with this Kraken.
Oh boy. All right. Arcane clash means saving throws.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
Unless you want to do a normal clash where it's a roll off. You can't do that. You have both options for this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I saw that deck save, and yeah, I ain't trying to do no deck saves.
All right. Oh, that's the case. Give me the Persona music, please. I know what we want.
Oh man, this shit never feels good. To say.
Oh goodness gracious! All right, here we go. It's gonna use this. All right, I know what it's gonna do. Let me clear cure. And I need. Let me know when you sent it.
Wait, when I sent it?
Send me the music that you always used. I lost.
Oh, gotcha.
Unless I can control find it. This one? I think it's this one. Is it this one? I messaged it to you.
Yep, that's it.
Perfect. Okay, already got it ready. Alright. So, hope you're ready, Agni. It is time for an arcane clash. Agni, you begin to look over and you see as the Kraken begins to start writhing about. It flings ally after ally and gets ready to look over and aim towards you. You're just out of its grasp, but now no longer. You'll see as it begins to start picking up all of the bits of scrap metal and more. It starts ripping out the trees and all the bits of foliage around you, tearing through Karametra's or blessings. As it begins to start taking the tree next to Adidark, it will begin to rip, or not by Adidark, but by Gore. It will rip it out from the likes of the ground and just chuck it over towards you. With that, Agni, what would you like to do to retaliate?
You see as Agni looks.
You got that
this
voice
thing,
mod.
damn. You see as Agni looks this thing dead in the eyes, and his eyes grow red hot as he sees him destroying nature, hitting his comrades. He turns himself into fire, an embodiment of it. And you hear him say, "You are just like all the others. I've destroyed a astral jellyfish. You're next."
With that, you'll see as the creature will begin to use its attack roll, it is going to use its flinged attack towards you. That's the roll it's going to take. As it flings the likes of its tentacle attack. As it flings the likes of the tree towards you, this is what you have to beat. Alright. Tentacle. 18, that's pretty good. That's doable. Definitely doable. You have Bless as well. Does it have anything? Nope, it does not it does not have the Martial Savant, so it does not have advantage. Just a straight roll.
Oh, I have advantage from Cora's help, so as Agni goes to attack this thing, he nods at Cora, seeing that this is her training, and he doesn't want to let her down. So he's going to see that tentacle coming for it, grab it, and he's going to attack back with good old Flame Wreath.
Flame Wreath, let's see. Holding the flames up, the fire begins to engulf you. Make an attack roll with advantage. You did disadvantage, and you still beat him.
Just a little. Oh, we gotta add the bless because I heard a wise man once said it all counts.
It all
adds
counts.
16 plus 9 is 25. So that's 26.
It's still 5 more than that.
5 more. 5 more will be enough. As you begin to do so, you see as the Kraken begins to start writhing in flames. You completely burn away the tree, completely incinerating it before it is nothing but ash. You know this. You know this well. Some things need to burn in order for others to prosper. You look over and the flames begin to slowly take them. And how does Agni win this clash?
You see as he grabs the tentacle and his eyes narrow as he's smirking to himself, and he unleashes the fire from his hand as it travels up to its tentacle, sealing it off, making its way towards the Kraken. And the Kraken, although in water, is now engulfed in fire from the head up. And you see as Agni smiles to himself and yells, "You will burn, and then you will perish."
And with that, you'll see as all the flames strike into the individual with a heat of pain. And with that, Agni, choose an ability and you can seal it. I believe you only know one ability, so
yeah, Lightning Repulsion.
get that shit up out of here. All right, I am deleting it. He can't use it anymore. You see as all its defenses are beginning to start waning and deteriorating. But as it does so, you look over and it will use its secret action. Oh boy. You look over and as its eyes begin to start going wide for a moment, you notice as the armor begins to actually start evolving, it begins to start advancing for a moment. You see as now that its arcane defenses are down, its physical defenses will begin to go up. Alright, secret action will begin to go over. Players are not identified through nat 20. So that will activate. I will mark that one down. That one still needs to be revealed. Okay. So its AC will raise by. Oh God. Raised by its. Oh. All right. AC is now 21, raising it up by its proficiency bonus. All right, here we go. So with that will be your clash. You have done massive amounts of damage to it. 41 points of damage total, which adds on it to it because you did you added or you were able to eclipse it by 5. So with that, Agni, that is your action. That is your turn. Go towards the intuition check. So you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Can I move at all after a clash?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm just gonna move up 10 feet. But yeah, that's my turn.
All right. So that you begin to ready yourself, and now intuition checks go off. Agni and Zaman, I need them for you.
Yeah, one question. Is this dude alive?
Say it one more time.
Is this dude alive? The one that's near death to the right to me?
it's alive.
Second
Yeah,
one?
it's alive. If they don't have a
That's
skull,
you,
then they're
Zaman?
alive.
Oh, I thought that
Zaman
one
and-
had a. Oh, okay. I thought that one had a skull and you threw it.
Oh no! He threw this one. This one over here.
Okay. I don't know how the second one got here. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm wondering, is that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
he literally,
he threw it.
so you pushed
Okay.
him over here, and then you just jumped back.
Oh.
He did
No, that one I'm fine with. It was the other one. It was the one to the right, all the way to the right.
Oh yeah. He got thrown. But here's what happens. So with a natural 20 and a 21. All right, that is good. So, Voden Knights, you have gotten a natural 20 on your intuition check. I'll reveal my cards. This fight, or you can reveal the secret bit of information. I assume you want to. It is only accessible through a nat 20 on an intuition check.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Give me that.
All right, you got it. This creature has a secret phase 2, specifically through a mythic action. However, you can clash it and you can seal it to prevent this from happening. A mythic action means if it does so, it will enter its mythic phase, meaning it will begin to grow even more powerful and it will regain all of its or half of its hit points. Now, if you want to clash this, well, you'll obviously need to do so, and then you can seal its second phase, which is as a
Bro,
ranked protocol.
Bro, don't matter, bro. We get it out of here, bro.
Don't
waste the time.
Let me have my thing. Come on.
You ain't gotta waste the time, bro.
It's the stream, bro, but you wasting time, bro.
All right, you guys got a minute
No
30
matter, we
seconds.
clashing.
Minute 30 seconds. You got it.
Wait, I get to. I still get to identify.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Um,
what would you like to identify?
Should we?
Tentacle out of here, bro.
Yeah, tentacle. Yeah, let's look at tentacle attack.
All right, tentacle.
Yeah, if he
attack.
can't tentacle, he can't fling.
Yep.
Tentacle is his basic attack. You cannot seal his tentacle attack. But what you can do is, revealing the tentacle attack. You can reveal this. You can seal its bite attack, but you still have to identify it. But the tentacle attack essentially does it does damage and then it grapples you and restrains you. That's it. And to escape the DC, it's a DC 20 to escape. Yeah, that's about it. And the Kraken has 10 tentacles and it can grapple one target each with them.
So 10 tentacles. You can grapple one target each with it.
Also, this will be the final round of combat, so it's all up to you if you guys want to hit X and boss rush this. This will be the final round of combat for this session. All right, so
Copy.
let's do this. Minute 30 seconds are starting now. I'll get the music back.
Yo, bro, just keep that clash music around, son. We got to get rid of this shit one way or another.
Keep that clash music around.
Word.
Basically, bro.
All right.
Clash, bro.
Word,
I'm gonna take out the ads, but then y'all can clash.
I mean, yeah, I'll help out unless I have to clash with the ads as well.
Copy.
Bro, Gore clash, core clash.
Yo, bro, we wasting this minute 30, bro.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this. All right, Gore, you receive initiative. What are you gonna do?
Yo, Gore gets up on his feet as per requested. And Gore moves as fast as Gore usually can move and then some, and he's just a lightning bolt goes there. And let's get to this clash. And bruh.
As this happens, you'll see as as you rush over, are you just running towards him? Not even flying?
It's not even a run. He starts running and then he zips lightning bolt, like, because he's almost like right in the axis of lightning.
As you do, you fire off with a lightning strike as you are the lightning bolt. You see as the individual begins to try to fire and try to grab you. However, they're trying, but you're too small and you are too fast. You see as each tentacle is getting ready to try to focus on you, and you notice, almost like the Sewer King, it has several eyes attached to it. As it happens, it's looking left, right, before it thinks it has you in its grasp. It fires over, trying to reach and throw you out from the sky and drag you onto the ground. So with that, Gore, how do you want to attack them?
Yo, bro, he wants one of them eyes, buddy. He's gonna try to bring that lightning right to one of his eyes. He's trying to collect them.
All right, and with that, they're going to use their tentacle attack on you. 17, it's doable. All right.
And I'm still blessed? Oh,
You're
bro,
still
come
blessed.
on, Gore. Yo.
Yes!
Bro.
Go! Let's go!
Because it all counts, bro. Because
We're
all
finally
it counts,
getting
man.
that fourth quarter dub. Finally getting it.
Yo, I don't care how you roll it. Let me get that D4 on top of that, and then he's also gonna cast whatchamacallit on him, the castigation on him. Can that count?
Yeah, you can do it a part of the attack roll.
All right, he's gonna do castigation. Yep.
But
Yep,
with Gore, that's a 17 versus a 26. How do you want to win this clash?
Yo, Gore zips right past the tentacle and hooks
actually,
one of the.
Hold on. Before. You guys are at 26. It rolled a 17. If you want to use inspiration on that D4, you can eclipse it by 10 instead of 5. If you got inspiration though.
Yeah. Madral just gave me inspo, so if you want to reroll that D4.
Go for it.
That
Roll one
D4?
more time.
All right, yeah, I'll roll that
Higher than
D4 on that.
3's all
Three
you
is
need.
good to
There
me.
you go. That's gonna be by 10. I'm gonna add extra effects, but please describe how do you win this clash.
Yo, Gore zips in and he's moving so fast right now. He's still feeling a little bit of that the mark inside of him. He zips past the tentacle, latches the back of the axe onto one of the eyes, and tries to pull that motherfucker out.
Nice. And as you do, it's gonna be instant critical damage on top of that. That is 8, and also on top of that, you can choose to clash seal an ability. Wait, are you sealing the second
Yo,
phase?
you
All right.
damn well know we ain't seeing no second phase right now.
All right, and with that, as you begin to seal its second phase, you'll see as bits of the metal begins to drop down left and right, it crashes into the water. With that, more of its abilities have sealed, and because you've also sealed 2 of its major abilities, and you also won by 10, it's going to go down. Oh God. You see as the creature is now bloodied. It is badly injured and almost near death. With that, it's up to the Voden Knights on whether you guys are able to damage this creature enough or fast enough here and now. Gore, that is your turn. You look over towards the legs of Korra. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna clash also.
Oh boy, keep the clash music rolling. All right, this is the clash that you can do this round. Remember that. So, Korra, as you look over, you see as Gore has it sort of debilitated for a brief moment in time, and you look over as he begins to strike over, taking and ripping out the eye. How would you want to assist him?
He's gonna get Damn, might be too far. Never mind. I'll just stay there. She's just gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
All right.
And try to rip through this Kraken.
As you do, you summon all the energy around, all the blessings of Aurora guiding each and every single one of your allies. You see, as you begin to do so, a divine radiance begins to form almost in front of you, almost in a spherical ball. You send it forth with all the telekinetic energy, striking over, trying to cleave it in two. As you do, you'll see as the Kraken will actually try to grab the legs of each and every one of the fallen comrades and use it as a shield to deflect it. All right, they're going to then try to throw it over towards you. They're going to use their tentacle attack. 18.
Yo,
It is
you
rolled
rolled
like a
so
dog
bad.
Yo.
every time.
So bad.
I'm not gonna complain, bro. This thing is just having bad rolls. It's having a straight Azura RP day.
Oh man.
So I'm trying to roll my guiding bolt at the highest level, so it might come out as 1, but I'm not
You
trying
just
to do
pick
1.
the level when you cast the spell.
It doesn't. It's been acting up recently, but I got you.
Yeah. So like, it says level 1, but I'm not trying to.
13, even with blessed, will not succeed. You got any inspiration? Anybody want to use?
Gore yells over to Cora, "Quiet one! I want its other eye!" And
Don't you wait, you have advantage from Zaman.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
you do?
Zaman gave you help.
oh
Yeah,
wait,
he
I gave him help.
All right. Well,
I
if that's the case, hold on. Before you roll, Zaman, how do you assist Cora?
You see, Zaman looks at Korra. He says, "Korra, use all of the golden power of Aurora's to kill it."
that's funny.
Oh man! And as you do, Cora, roll one more time.
Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me pick the level.
That's fine. You can just roll a normal level, and I'll add the damage afterwards.
Oh, it is Cora's day,
bro.
It is Cora's
day.
fucking
Definitely
day.
Let's keep it
training
going.
day.
Let's
Definitely
keep it
training
going.
day, bro.
Like
Definitely a
520.
training day.
Wild.
Definitely
my
her training day,
fucking
bro.
Cleric.
Yo, what is?
Yeah, what's that damage like? What's
Oh,
that
hold on,
damage
hold on,
like?
hold on, roll a
What
D4,
that
roll a
smell
D4.
like?
Roll a d4 because this is gonna double all the max level guiding bolt as well. But roll the d4 to see how much you're gonna eclipse it. This is gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a 30.
That's 30 to 18. Let's go.
30 to
Let's
18.
go.
Good.
Yo, they keep
doing
trying
the
to
good
fuck with the
old-fashioned
Knights,
way,
bro.
bro.
Like,
Man,
Yeah, I
Doing
don't
it the
know
good
if it changes.
old-fashioned way, bro.
I don't know if it changes, but I was trying to use my highest level and not the
oh, I
one.
got you. Oh, don't worry, I got you. Well, you go and see your highest
Oh,
level in a minute.
This damage, bro.
I
Bro,
need you to roll
doing some good old-fashioned way.
1, 2, 3. Roll 3d6, and that's gonna add also 18 points of damage on top of that. Jesus Christ. So it's 37 plus 18 plus.
Hey, that Persona music coming in right now.
Oh my god. Alright, and on top of that, you get the massive damage from the likes of Jesus. Oh my god.
Yo, I don't think this thing is making it to next session.
Nah, bro.
I don't think this thing is making it. To the
yo,
next
yo, does it want to talk right now? Like, what's up? Like, what's up?
You look
Yeah, we can
over
do this all
at
day.
it. You look
This would be the
over
time for
at
the
it.
Crackin the Kraken. It's a plea. This when he needs to cop a plea if there was ever a time. This is the
As
time.
you do, Cora, you begin to send. Oh my god, this is fucking perfect. You look over and you immediately just sever the likes of the entirety of its head, almost like a Kamehameha blast. It takes over and just completely eviscerates it, leaving a giant crater over towards them. As they're beginning to reel, looking over left and right, all of its armor is completely severed and more, and it looks over towards you, and visions begin to play out. For one moment, you look over to Cora. Your vision continues. You find yourself in the snow, surrounded by the likes of the corruption and more. Perfect. You look over and you see as all the warriors, some of them are fearful, some of them are digging in for the fight. And as the odds seem insurmountable, almost impossible, you hear a howl in the night. You look over and almost several howls before rabid dogs, no wolves, massive in size, begin to rush over and start biting and tearing into the corruption. It's uncanny, but you watch as they begin to stand on their hind legs before you realize that these aren't wolves, that these are werewolves. You see as they wield bludgeoning weapons and they hold the likes of the corruption down as they strike them left and right. You see as some of them fight with reckless brutality, curb stomping some of the corruption, sending others flying into trees and more. As they begin to back up the likes of your forces, you see as werebears, werewolves, and more all gather forth around your troops, aiding you in this fight. before you look over and you see as one of them begins to shift back into normal. You see a blue-skinned individual holding a club and a baseball bat. Before you just hear a bunch of the individuals, and I did add it to the canon, is you just hear as they all begin to start chanting, "Strike, strike, strike, strike!"
This is hilarious, bro. This is hilarious.
Oh my god, I'm not even making this up. You'll look over towards the toad, and it will begin to try to reach over and just leap off and try to strike down into you, Addy Dark. But as it begins to do so, I'm gonna give you this, Addy Dark. I'll let you take your turn before it. All or nothing. What would you like to do? The Kraken is on its last leg. You see as these individuals are rushing over towards you, surrounding you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna strike the things around me because I can't get close to that Kraken. I thought about like 7 different ways of maybe getting near it without dying, but I don't think it's possible. So I'm just gonna strike the dude.
Clash to get near it, bro.
You don't
Oh, you
need
don't? No, we already used to
clash
clash
without being close to it.
We already clashed twice. We can't clash
Can
again.
I
Instead.
offer you another way?
Okay.
I already know what he's about to say.
What am I about to say?
Would you? Can I interest you in a team clash?
No, not that one. How would you like to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
You let me toss? Let me toss?
You've
let me
seen
toss?
these individuals throw a bunch of things at your allies. Why not throw something back? You're a barbarian.
I'll take the toss.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll take the toss.
All right,
Yeah.
as you do, here's what I'm gonna need you to do. You look over and you see as the toads are still alive, so it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. You grab them and begin to lift them up with all your strength. I need you to make an athletics check. You have advantage because you are raging. They will try to resist it as well. 23? Yeah, that ain't saving them. You
The
lift them up
muscle!
and begin to slowly send them forth, and as you do you just chuck them over towards them?
Did I only pick up one? Or I was trying to double check. I was trying to be mad brute force right now.
All right, this is gonna be a straight roll then. Make an athletics check as you try to look over and just try to pick up the other one.
I think this would be the time where I go birthday nat 20.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
As you do, you begin to look over, and Cora, as you see the individual, or Addy Dark, the likes of holding them upwards, you kind of use a little bit of telekinetic energy before all the rippling strength begins to form amongst the werefolk individual. Addy Dark, make 2 ranged bludgeoning attacks towards the Kraken for me, please. Unarmed strikes for me.
Oh, I was like, you have range. I was like, I don't even know how to do that.
So
I was like,
you're just going to send them, or you're going to basically be throwing them at the creature.
there it is. There it is.
16
God's-
and a natural 20. 10
God's
points of
wanted.
damage
It's gotta happen.
and 17 points of damage. It has 15 HP. Addy Dark, how do you want to get your revenge on this Kraken?
Oh man, he's dead. Oh man, I'm gonna chuck both of these dudes at him, and I do want them to just like fly through him so quickly and just leave 2 holes, bro.
As you do, you send them flying over towards him. You see as the Kraken is just, it already has a hole from the likes of core, and you just send 2 more carving into it. It's almost nothing there. The tendrils are still there, but the metal and scrap, a little bit of the flesh, that's the only thing that remains. With that, Addy Dark, that is your action, or both your actions as you throw him. He's going to take the bludgeoning damage and more. That's going to be 46 like his. 17 points over towards him. That's not going to be good for that guy. All right, so with that, Addy Dark, that would be your action. You do have a bonus action, though. I assume you are not doing anything else then. Alrighty, next up in initiative, it is going to be the Nazgul Toad.
Oh, that was mute. All right, that was muted as hell. I was gonna dash. I'm gonna dash towards the dude that's still alive and just try to grapple him with the bonus action.
Alright, they will try to resist. You make it with advantage for this athletics check. You gotta beat a 20 though. 13, you try to grab them, and they are like frog. They are too hard and slippery to grapple.
Cora has inspo if you want to give him inspo.
I have one as myself still from last game. Yeah, so I'll use that inspo.
Alright,
And that'll be
hit
just
with
straight. Oh, with advantage again, yeah.
Yep, with advantage again. 19.
That's
Oh wait, hold on. You have bless. Bless. Is it this
bless.
is attack roll technically? So
blessed,
1d4.
blessed.
One.
Oh,
That'll
blessed.
be enough to give it a reroll. You'll see Krog just tries to kick you off, and you'll see as Tally begins to slowly start coursing more of Iroas's blessing into you. Roll again with advantage for this athletics check. Does contest. Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20. Come on, lad, you know if you got this. One more time.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I used inspo.
You have
one.
advantage still. You have advantage still.
Oh, I do. Oh, worse.
9 and an 8.
I'm exhausted.
Let's see as this
I pulled a hammy. I'm exhausted from throwing.
Yeah, understandable.
Even Goku got exhausted, guys. Never forget that.
That. You'll see as the individual is just going to use another. Actually, this one's going to get a little bit closer and is going to ready itself, but it's going to send an acidic bile over towards Gore. That is its turn. 13 Constitution saving throw. Gore, I'll need you to make that. 13 will fail. You'll take the full 13 points of damage, but you have resistance, so you will take half. All right, that is its turn. Next up is the Mon.
B. Ain't really enough to do but to do ad cleanup. So first he's gonna shoot the ad over there that he's been targeting. So
Bro, tell me you talk about the near death one.
yes, the near death one.
Hold a rush. One strike will send over towards him. You send it flying because it strikes into him, but you do have a second strike though.
Copy. Oh, that was advantage.
I'll just take
It's on that one. Miss.
Ah, damn. Not one. He sends it flying. The first one strikes over to him, but the second one just begins to fall a little short, falling into the water. Anything else for you, Zaman?
No. He'll just keep his position, move back a little bit, and that'll be it.
All right. Next up, Nazgul. They will begin to look over, and they're going to send a acidic vial to the likes of Aura. All right. This one is going to over here. All right, Cora, it's going to be a Constitution saving throw for that. That's going to be his turn. Meanwhile, this one is going to start striking over towards Azora. Yeah, he'll take the full brunt of that damage, but you do need to make a concentration check. This one is going to look up and it's just going to try to pick up and slam Azora, trying to destroy her and consume her whole. 21, that will miss. Second strike though. 11, that will also miss. How do you deflect them?
I'm blind. Who's fighting Korra?
Not Korra, Azora.
You.
Oh, that was me this whole time. Okay. Yeah. So for the 21, she. So yeah, she takes that 8. But for the 14, you see her put her blade up right in between, like the katana sheath right into its mouth.
That you're ready yourself and you are good to go. All right, so that is their turn. Azora, you are up.
Okay. She is going to get the swiping on this thing. Swiping.
All right, go for it. 25, that will definitely hit for 12 points of damage.
Yep. You see, as she puts the sheath of the sword, she then opens up its jaw a little bit with the sheath. She moves it vertical and then stabs right into the throat and takes the katana out. Then she maneuvers right about here, and she will go into her air stance. I mean, it doesn't do nothing to damage her, and she will swing again.
All right, one more strike. 13, that will hit. How do you kill them?
So as she puts the blade in his mouth and swings to the side, she unhinges the jaw, and as she unhinges the jaw, she just decapitates it. And as she spins to the side here,
that as another falls, you see as only several remain. That Azora, is that does that conclude your turn or anything else?
Yeah, she will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I think she'll just move right here. Oh.
All right. So with that
Actually, right here. But go ahead.
That'll conclude your turn. Tally will look over and she'll see that the fight is on, or you guys are on the winning side and the tide is turning. You'll see she'll look over, see that everybody is injured for the most part, but she is not going to let them fall. She'll rush over, use her 30 feet of movement, and she will begin to get ready to grab the length of her scimitar. And as she does so, she'll jump up, almost throwing the shield, using it with both hands, and slash down over towards them. We'll see why in just a second. She's going to swing first. I don't think they have advantage for any reason. Actually, better yet, they're not going to do that. They're going to keep their distance. Instead, what they will do is... Actually, no. They'll keep it for the first strike. I got that right here. They will swing first with the scimitar. Ooh, that one. Unlucky for that one. All right. They have not rolled above a 5 this entire time. Unlucky. All right. One more strike. Let's see if it's any better. 14 is a lot better. With 10 points of damage, they will strike into them, and you'll see as they begin to start radiating this bit of divine energy before an explosion begins to occur. As they're going to use their divine smite, they're going to cast it at 2nd level for 3d8. On top of that, as this begins to happen, they will take the 17 points of damage and they will be completely eviscerated before they begin to shout out before banging on the legs of their shield. Stand strong! Let Iroas guide you! And with that, they're going to use their Inspiring Smite feature, and they're going to give creatures of their choice. Who is it within 30 feet of them? You guys are gonna get healing for that. So Addy Dark, Gore, Azora, you might just be out of it. Yep, you are just out of it.
But Pywo.
Pywo will get it, so Pywo will be back in initiative, and Gore, you will get 14 HP. Same thing with you, Addy. Right, I will add it to your character sheets. Pywo will be back up, and that will be Tally's turn. That's all she's got. All right, so Agni, what would you like to do?
He's going to move and see. This is add cleanup duty time. Yes, here. Go here, and he's going to attempt to snipe this guy that is on this island over here. Nah, he's still far. Okay, his distance spell. Agni will create his 2 motes of fire as he's going to attack him twice with Infernal Burns.
All right, as you do, send it flying.
Are both attacks at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Disadvantage is alt, right?
Control.
Control. Plus less?
That is going to be enough. The first one strikes into him, and you nearly eviscerate them with the first strike. That is going to be... Did they make the saving throw now or not yet?
They make a con save right now.
Con save.
But they might just die from the second attack.
9, that will fail. Do they take any damage right now or no?
Nope, nothing extra now. I just get one more attack on them.
All right, go for it. One more strike. 26 points of fire damage. Yeah, how do you want to kill them? They only had 5 HP left.
Yeah, so Agni, you see him conjure these 2 motes in each of his hands, and you see him fire, and they pierce strictly right through the workings of it. Right after the first one, the second one hits him in the exact same spot, as it kind of just makes a 1 centimeter hole just through this thing as it just drops dead.
As it does, you see as they fall down defeated and dead. Agni, is there anything else for your turn?
No. I mean, we got One thing left. Now it's my turn.
With that, you all look over and you see as the Nazgul Toad is surrounded by the likes of the Voden Knights. Now, for the sake of brevity, there is no way this guy can TPK all of you. He is defeated. You guys can do whatever you want, whether you want to knock him unconscious or whether you want to completely scrap him. The choice is yours. I'll let you guys decide. But as you all do, you look over, and with that, as the battle is... And as the...
Go ahead. I'll say it afterwards.
With that, as the battle is done, you look over and you see as several figures begin to slowly look over. See as small spirits begin to look towards the battlefield and more. And as they do so, look to see as they raise their hands in unison. You all begin to become empowered for a moment. Your marks on your hands begin to start glowing and shining. And as they do, Voden Knights, you reach level 9.
There you go.
Woo.
And with that, that is where we will end today's session.
Real
So
quick.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead,
Before that is done, for the record, I want to say that I'm going to try to scavenge that thing for eyes, soul coins, anything left
You can just
with
do
my
that
nat
all.
20. With my nat
Oh.
20.
Gotcha. With your nat 20.
So it's not gone.
Bro,
Gotta
we
use
just-
it for
fair enough,
something.
We scavenging the whole scene.
We're like scavenging, bro. I'm checking underneath grass, blades, everything.
We want
Everything.
plates,
Gore-
metals.
Gore's on the ground, combing through dirt, like just going crazy, bro.
I feel like that's just normal gore, too.
If you write it down, I'll give it to you. You'll use the nat 20 roll, and I'll tell you all that you get next session. Sound good?
Sounds good.
But we'll use nat 20 for what you get. That's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna end stream and all that stuff. And yeah, I will be getting going.
B.
All right. Be right back. All right, thank you everybody for everyone who was able to tune in. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all the rage. You guys are freaking fantastic as usual. Now, appreciate all of y'all, but we got to get going. Tomorrow there are no games. Wednesday are no games. I don't think there's a game Wednesday, but I could be wrong. I will make sure and confirm. If there's not a game Friday, or if there's not a game Wednesday, then, or excuse me, Thursday, then there will be a game on Friday. And I think there's another game on Saturday. So be sure to check out Voden Fables. Schedule is in the chats and more. Hopefully I will see you all there. And without further ado, you guys have a good one. Bye, chat. See you.